Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to some Long Dark with me, Atheenon, tonight. I hope you all are having a great Monday. Hope you had a good, yeah, I guess it is Monday, isn't it? No, it's Tuesday. Holy crap, it's already Tuesday. Where's my brain gone? Hope you're having a good Tuesday and a good week so far. I'm still stuck on Monday, I don't know why. Had so much fun playing Myst Survival last night. That's gonna become kind of a normal Monday game, I think, because I'm having a lot of fun playing it, but right now, we're going to get back into our best, funnest thing ever, Long Dark. We're going to be getting back on our Gunloper, who's on day 63 in Broken Railroad. We're currently waiting for our moose hide, which is at 57%. So it's got about 5 more days to cure. We got a bear hide down here as well. We got a lot of stuff in here right now. So we got a storm brewing outside, though, and that's always fun. Let's check our clothing and stuff here real quick. Make sure everything's in decent shape. Oh, I wanted to fix the crampons. Do I have a repair kit? Oh my goodness, Spicy Finn with a 24-month resub, 2 years. Holy crap, Spicy Finn, thank you. Getting the stream off to a fiery start. Thank you, Spicy Finn. 24 beautiful months. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, thank you.
Spicy just resubscribed for 24 months.
24 month-aroos. Oh, we got a couple deer hides out here too. I thought I could have sworn I had a repair kit in here somewhere, but I guess I don't. I can't repair my crampons then. I need a repair kit and 2 pieces of metal for it. I do not have them, so I don't have them. You got a lot of oil in here. Got some water. Got some cattails on me. I think we're gonna head back over, even though it's kind of nasty out. We're gonna head back over to our meat supply. Ooh, that is a snower and a blower. Luckily, this is a pretty straight shot over here, so it's not like we have to think about it too much. The good news is there really won't be a lot of wolves or anything out here right now, so. We got our gun out anyway, so, you know. And she's so cold. Can't even hear her. Can't even hear her. It's blowing so hard. Wow, what's the temp out here? Negative 70, 80, 82. Negative 82 out right now. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh shoot, I totally miscalculated where I was going. Holy crap. What happens when you stumble around in a blizzard? Got totally blown off course. Gotta go up here to get to the cave.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Well, we'll lay down when we get in the cave, darling. You just hold on. We'll be there soon. Be there soon. It's gonna be fine. Ah, there we go. Nice and warm.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Eat down some yummy moose or bear meat here. Oh, and now the storm goes away. The moment we get here, the storm's like, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good with it. Hey, BK! It's Tuesday, or is it Lurk Day? I think it's Lurk Day. I think it's Lurk Day, BK. How you doing, BK? Hope you're having a good one, my friend. Have a spicy lurk. Those are all curing right now.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Gotta bring a little food over to the barn here with us. Woo! Hello, Laka. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I thought it was Monday for a while today. I don't know. When I started the stream, I said, hello, welcome to Monday. Someone's a little. I'm a little tired today, to be honest. I slept like crap last night. I was up till almost 2 in the morning. Then I had to get up at like 7 this morning. So I'm a little on the punchy side, but not too bad otherwise. Audrey, how you doing? So yeah, it's been one of those days. It's been one of those days. Well. Twix, welcome to the band club. Welcome to the band club there, my friend. Oh shoot, there's a wolf right there.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Hit him with that second shot. Didn't take long to get a spam bot in here, did it? Didn't take long. Gosh, I've only been live for 10 minutes. We got one in here already. That's crazy. That's crazy how quick they descend. But hello, everybody else. How you doing? I shot the fence! I shot the fence! How'd that happen? That wasn't what I was intending, but it's what happened, so... What can you do? I still haven't found any car batteries. That's why I'm hoping up in Milton we find some. We gotta lower our weight down a little bit. Yesterday was Canada's Thanksgiving and you're still full. Oh yeah, you Canadians have it at, you guys have it up there at like beginning of October, don't you? I forgot about that. I forgot Canadian Thanksgiving happened so early. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you for sure. I got some cured stuff in there. Good. Let's throw that in there. Let's throw that in there. Wow, 31 and 40%. Holy crap. Those are getting worn down very quickly. You crazy Canadians with your October Thanksgiving. Jeez Louise, I tell you. You're so cute and adorable. I'm glad, though, they had a good Thanksgiving. I'm glad you did. Yeah, which locker did I store the animal intestines in again? That's always the question. I read that book already, I'm pretty darn sure. Drop all my fuel here. Boop-a-doo, ba-doop-a-doo. Okay, we're down to 32 kilos. That's pretty good. Let's just pass time for an hour real quick. There we go. It gives us time to lose weight before Christmas. Yeah, yeah. I don't have that luxury. I gotta watch myself at Thanksgiving because if I don't, then I'm gonna have so much weight on me come Christmas time. I'll be like, oh God, no. There we go. Let's keep like 7 on us. But yes, that does give you a nice advantage, doesn't it? Thank you, Lil Gamey, for the follow there. I appreciate that very much. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Oh shoot. You better run, sucker. I'm coming through. Well, Slick Subversive, I'm glad you're eating the old leftovers. Thanksgiving leftovers they're up there in the top 5 leftovers of all time for sure. There's nothing like some good taters and gravy and mac and cheese and turkey or ham. That second day, oh, that's so good. Just heat that up a little bit, get a whole big steaming plate of stuff. Oh, and the biscuits, oh, good God. Get the biscuits in there too, yum. Yum. Some of the best leftovers ever. Stuffing, oh God, I forgot about the stuffing. Yes, and the stuffing too, holy crud. That stuff is good eating. All right. Well, we're at this point, boys and girls. We're just killing time till the moosehide cures, because we need to make that moosehide satchel before we leave the zone. Before we head to Milton, we need the moosehide satchel. God, my guns are in such low condition now too. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got 2 and 5. That's good. Got these extra cans on me for some reason. Oh, that's because I was like, why do I have cans on me? Oh, I don't have my pots because I left my pots in Mystery Lake. Gosh dang it. Dag nabbit. It's the only way I can make water is with little cans now. Alright, we'll leave the rest of the meat there. Oh, we're gonna be bringing the wolves to the yard now. My meat shake's gonna bring all the wolves to the yard. Look at that guy. Look at that guy way over there. Coming right at us. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? Another skill up there for us. I don't mind aiming and shooting at them after they've already left. That don't bother me too much. We gotta make a fire when we get back here and brew up a bunch of water. Because we got about a 3-4 day wait before that hide cures. Oh, I knew it.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
God, the wolves around here are just crazy. And thank you, Midnight Wolf Alpha, for the follow. Thank you very much. In Gunloper, there are no gun repair kits, Audrey. We have to go to Bleak Inlet or Broken Railroad to repair our weapons. There is no choice. Because all we did was turn on guns and revolvers. That doesn't change the baseline loot, which the repair kits are tied to the baseline loot. And so there are no gun repair kits, period. So whatever we find the guns in, that's all we're ever going to have them in. which makes it rather interesting. That's why I'm being very careful about picking up my shell casings. We gotta dump the meat out here. So yeah, it changes the way you have to approach it, because you have to go eventually. Eventually, I will have to go to Bleak Inlet. I honestly am almost considering a Bleak Inlet run now. Going back to Mystery Lake and then doing a Bleak Inlet run. Just to repair my rifle and my revolver. Even though I found several guns, but none of them have been in very good shape. None of them have been in very good shape at all. The two I have right now were the highest condition ones at one point. The other ones are actually... I think I have a revolver at like 50% in Mystery Lake. I have two other revolvers in Mystery Lake right now in the Carter Hydro Dam. The other gun I found was in pretty low shape. But yeah, none of them are super great. So we're eventually gonna have to go there and get our stuff repaired. Probably what I'll do is I'm probably gonna schlep all the guns over there, repair them all at once, and then we'll have like 3 or 4 good guns. But we're gonna be very low on ammo. I haven't found a lot of gunpowder making stuff. That's all in Milton. There's a ton of fertilizer and the stump remover. Yeah, I found one stump remover here. But yeah, we're gonna have to take that back with us. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to do. We got shells, which is great. Got all my shells. Let's grab some wood. Make ourselves a nice big fire here. I'm wondering if I can get a Magellan's fire outside. Let's see if we can get a Magellan's fire outside. Nope. Well, we had to check. I had to check. Just in case. It looked like it might be good enough weather to get one, but it wasn't. So we'll just use a match. We have an 85% chance, but it's not worth not doing it with a torch. We always want to use a torch if we can. Well, and I'm hoping, Adri, that I'm able to find a gun, another rifle in Milton. That would be ideal if we could. Unfortunately, I left my pots back in Mystery Lake. I left them in the Mystery Lake camp office for some reason. I don't know why. What day are we on? We are on day 63. Figure I'll just make a bunch of water while I can, because we're going to be waiting here for a while. This is a very slow way to make water, but it works. Take these stupid planks out. I hate these damn things. These things always get in my way when I'm in the dark. I always bump into them and I'm like, what's going on? What's the next place to go? Well, I want to go to Milton, but I'm not sure. I'm like, second guessing myself if that's going to be a good idea with the weapons and the condition that we're going. Yeah, so what we did with this run, Slick Subversive, is that we started with a Interloper template for custom. And all we did was turn on rifles and revolvers. And we're not allowing ourselves to use any bows or arrows at all. Bows and arrows are forbidden. So we aren't using any bows or arrows at all. Which has been pretty dang interesting. We started out in, I believe, Ash Canyon. I'll give you a little rundown here real quick. So we started out in Ash Canyon. We made it all the way to the gold mine on day 4. Got our stuff there. Came down to Timberwolf Mountain. We decided not to do a summit run. Although looking back, there was probably a hacksaw at the summit, but I didn't want to risk it because I had no bedroll at the time. We made our way into Pleasant Valley, ding-donged around there for a while, till day, 16, 18. Then we came to the Carter Hydro Dam. We went into Mystery Lake. We went all around Mystery Lake. We got a couple of bears. We spent some time in Mystery Lake getting our bearskin coat made. Then on day, 30... Oh, we did go down and get our flare gun down there. And then on, like, day, what was it, 40? Was it 40-ish? Wow, day 40, day 50, we finally went to the Spence family homestead and did our forge run. Got 2 knives, 2 hatchets. And then we headed back into Mystery Lake, dropped those off. And then we came down here to Broken Railroad, hunted our moose, got a bear here as well. And now we're just waiting for the moose hide to cure so that we can get our moose hide satchel made before we take off from this place. So, it's been a very productive run so far. We've done pretty good. We've had to fight off a lot of nasty boys and girls, wolves, and kind of fight our way through, but we've been doing pretty well. Wow, we got 20 more wood there. We're at 61% on our moose hide, so that's pretty dang decent too. Okay, let's go get some food. The good thing is we aren't hurting on food or water or anything like that.
Look for shelter.
We got cooking 5 pretty recently, actually. We got cooking 5 pretty recently, so we're able to eat the bear meats and stuff like that, which helps out a lot. I mean, now we have 11 liters of water, too. So even making water slow like that, we can do a bunch, so. Alright, let's sleep for 10 hours. Hey, Magic Jack, how you doing, bud? Hello, hello. How's it going? So yeah, most of the day, we're just going to be kind of doing stuff here in Broken Railroad for a little while, at least until our moose hide gets cured. The moment it gets cured, though, we're pushing for the satchel, and we're going to be trying to get the heck out of here. And head up to... I still think going to Milton's my best shot. Because really what I need right now, even more than more rifles and stuff, is I need car batteries. I need car batteries. That's what I need more than anything. And Milton has a lot of vehicles in it, in the town, up on the bridge. And so hopefully, I'm hoping I can find a car battery there. Mark Wars hasn't been around for many months. He's been off of Twitch for quite a while, actually. He kind of disappeared back in February, March-ish. I know him and his wife were moving to, I believe, Texas for his job. So he was going through some life changes there as well. Okay, 67%, 59, 56, 53. So he has been off the radar for a little while. All right, let's leave a little water here. But hopefully one day he will return. Yeah, I messaged him, I don't know, a month ago or so, and just said, hey man, missing you around stream. Hope everything's going well with your move. And he messaged me back that everything was going good, that he was super busy, and so it's like, hey, new responsibilities, new things that he has to do, which I completely get. Life is funny that way. inside we go. It is pretty nasty out there right now, so I think what we'll do... I don't know if I can actually break those down. No, I can't. I opened all those, right? Okay. Let's just break down this little crate with our hands. We're on day 63, 64-ish, right about there. 60, I'd say 64 right now, because we just slept the night. So yeah, we're on day 64. All right. Drop that stick here too. Pick up this. No, I don't want the fur. I didn't want the fur. I want the cedar. Fur is horrible to carry around. It weighs too much. I want a cedar. A couple pieces of coal. Pretty slim down for everything. Okay, nice. All right. But yeah, Calvin, we're doing good. We finally got the moose down. His hide's curing in there. It's just a little bit over 65% at this point. So the hide's curing good. We just gotta wait for that. I'm basically waiting for that to cure so we can make our moose hide satchel and get that going on before we leave Broken Railroad. The sad thing about Broken Railroad, it kind of traps you in. Just when you think you're out, it pulls you back in. So we're gonna go up to the hunting lodge. We got a bunch of meat and stuff up there. So we're gonna go up there real quick and bring some stuff down. At least get it down here to the cave. Sounds like there's a wolfie boy up there too. Something. Let's get across the bridge. Oh, jeez. Good God, man. Close that gate. No. No wolves can come after me. Oh, that was BK. Thanks, BK. I heard the footy prints. I heard the little pit-pat, pit-pat. And I know there's at least one wolf that I haven't shot down there yet. Thank you, BK. Appreciate it. We'll go over here and see if we can get ourselves a ribbity-rubbity. A ribbity rabbit. Oh god, is a storm coming up now? Oh my god. Who, me? I'm innocent. I'm lurking. Of course you are. Someone must have stolen your identity. Someone must have stolen your identity and used your name to redeem a thing. Yeah, Stream Elements be snitching? Yes, it is.
I can't feel my hands.
Now if they'll steal my debt, yeah. Dude, I know the feeling. It's one of those where it's like, God, I hope somebody steals my identity. They can have all my debt that goes along with it. I just started Faithful Cartographer on Stalkers. Trying it on Loper wasn't working out too well since I could never spawn anywhere I could recognize. Yeah, dude, I did the Faithful Cartographer achievement so long ago, Calvin, that all I had to get, I didn't have to get any of these zones over here. I didn't have to get Bleak Inlet. I didn't have to get Black Rock. I didn't have to get Ash Canyon. I had to get half the zones you have to get now for it. I did it on Interloper because it was a longer run, and I was like, okay, this will give us something to do, and I was finishing up my achievement. But yeah, I did it when there was half the zones there are now in the game. I can't even imagine doing it now. I mean, he has been playing the game for a while because he's old. Yeah, I am old. I have been playing it for a while because I'm old. No rabbits over here. That's disappointing. Oh, wait. There's a rabbit right there. What are you doing down there, Mr. Bun Bun? Mr. Fun Bun? Mr. Funny Bunny? I need your hide, dude. I'm sorry. Oh, really? You got protected by the freaking thing on the ground. Gosh dang it. Not that time, though, sucker. You're Spry 47? That is Spry. I'd love to be in my 40s again. Good God. I felt better in my 40s than I think I have felt in my entire life. I felt better in my 40s than I did in my 30s, my 20s, my teens. Just better overall, you know. Physically, yeah, I was a little slower, but mentally, oh man, I missed my 40s. I missed the 40s. They were a glorious time. The roaring 40s. I don't think I can get a mag lens fire going. No. I did a lot of the others back in the day, which would probably be much harder now. Yeah, a lot of the challenges now would be doing them now would be a lot harder than doing them back.
Come on, little fire.
Back when the game was very much smaller in scope and scale, for sure.
Perfect.
Hey, look, it's a little bit of food for us. And by a little bit of food, I mean very little bit of food. Very little bit of food, but that's okay. Get a little water out of the deal. Throw my other stick in here and grab a torch. I'm gonna actually try to conserve my ammo at this point. I'm gonna try to conserve the old ammunition. Not even so much for conserving the ammunition, but mainly conserving my weapons. I've been wasting them a lot. I've been wasting their condition a lot on wolves, and I don't intend to do that going forward as much. Oh my god. Oh my god, my friend is just having such a horrible time. She's having like joint pains and headaches and all sorts of stuff. She went on medical leave with her job today. Holy crap. Oh god. And my torch just got blown out. I was trying to do it the right way. The game was like, no. No. Have some wind, Atheenon. Have some wind.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yum. Alright, do we have any small pieces on us that we can get rid of? Oh, they're all big pieces. They're all big pieces. None of them are small. Oh,
I'm
that
not
one's
gonna
small.
Be able to carry this load for much longer.
Shh. Shh. You are just fine, my darling. Oh. Dead wolf. Dead wolf. Right there. Time to do some mountain goating. That reminds me, last night, I left last night as Moose showed up. Might take a pop if it's still there. Oh, nice. The Moose is weird though, Calvin. You could spawn back in and he could just be gone. The Moose is a weird one that way. You could spawn back in and the Moose will just be like, yeah, I don't care about you anymore. Bye. Yeah, I don't know how that, I've never figured out the coding for the Moose, which in some ways is kind of nice. I mean, we know the bears respawn every 50 days after day 50. Before day 50, the bears can actually respawn very quickly. But after day 50, the bears take 50 days to respawn. Boop. You know, most of the other animals, once their corpses decayed, most of the other animals take, they take anywhere from 3 to 7 days to respawn. Alright, let's sit out in the cave and make some water. Can I get a Maglin's fire going? Oh, heck to the yeah! Woo! Maglin's time, baby! Yeah, it was a trapper's bear showed up too, but we will see. Oh, well, the bear will still be there. Hopefully the moose will too. Let's cross our fingers and hope the moose is. Hope the moose is there. Hope the Mises are still there. Oh, that one shrunk down into the... That's weird. That fire went into the... The fire itself went into the wood there. That's so weird. Oh, of course it won't let me do that. I was like, oh, I'll snake outside and grab a quick cedar limb or something. Oh, there's a cedar limb right there. That water's probably going to be gone by the time I get back, though, unfortunately. I got one of them. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. With cooking 5, it takes water so less time. So much less time to cook on a fire. That if you don't have that, you don't have the leeway you do when you have cooking even 4. Cooking 4, we'd still have had like 5 or 6 minutes on each one of those cans of water. Oh, did I not? I didn't boil that water, did I? I did not boil the water. Let's try boiling the water this time. Unpotable water is no good. It's all about passing the time, my friends. We gotta get a little bit further along so our moose hide will cure. the old let's hurry up and wait for the moose-hide to cure. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. The pot is way more efficient at boiling and making water, but you can still do it with 2 cans. Gonna go play for a bit. All right, have a good one, Calvin. Have fun, my friend. Thank you for the good luck on the run. We're doing pretty good. I don't... My biggest fear right now is our guns breaking on us. That's probably my biggest fear, is that our guns are gonna break at some point. Alright, we got enough water now to last us for a while. And we got enough food, too. I was like, wait a second, did I drink before I did that? No, I did not. I'm glad I saw that, because I would have woke up and been like, why do I not have full health? That would have sucked. Been trying to play low for my past few games and failing. Finding the Stalker has so much loot. Well, the thing you could do, Calvin, is you could try something similar to what we're doing. But what you could do is you could do a custom game on Stalker. You could turn off guns. You could turn off rifles and revolvers, and you could just turn down the baseline loot a little bit. You could turn it down 1 notch, and then sort of play. It'd sort of be like easier wolves, bears, weather, wildlife, but with less loot and no guns or revolvers. Or you could just turn the rifle off if you wanted to, and just make it a revolver run or something. That's the beauty that the custom game gives us, is it allows you to sort of tune your run. If you're finding Stalker just has too much loot, just turn down that baseline loot availability, and a lot of stuff will disappear, making it harder on you, but you can still play it on Stalker for everything else. All the animals, all the weather, and that sort of stuff. So it won't be as cold. You won't have as hard a time, getting through as you normally would. So, yeah, achievements unfortunately don't count on Stalker or on custom. That is right. Well, I don't know, actually. I know the feats don't count on custom runs. Can anybody speak to whether achievements count on custom runs? That I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the achievements are turned off on custom runs or not. I know feats are. I know you don't get any progress on the feats themselves. But I wonder if... Huh. I've never looked into that before. I've never looked into that before. Huh. Somebody there said, can I get achievements playing custom difficulty? I believe you read you can't get them. I believe you read you can't get them. No, they only said you don't get any progress on your feats unlocking on custom difficulty. They didn't say anything about achievements as far as I'm aware. No, people are mixing up the achievements and the Okay, somebody said on here that they received the Don't Starve achievement playing a custom game. So the achievements themselves are, and another guy saying they can confirm they got Penitent Scholar on a custom difficulty. And then he's saying that, you know, it could be argued that achievements don't benefit you, but feats do. So it appears achievements you can get, the feats you cannot progress on custom difficulty, and we've known that for a while. So it appears that the achievements you can get, but you can't get the feats. Because there are several people on the Steam forums who are saying, well, I got an achievement on a custom difficulty run. I got X achievement on a custom difficulty run. So, unless that's changed, I mean, those posts were from a while ago, but unless that's changed, it appears you can get achievements, but not the feats themselves. Because the feats technically are sort of a reward for playing the regular, you know, the regular difficulties of the game.
Surrounded by snow, nothing to drink.
So it appears that you can get the achievements, the Steam achievements. It doesn't, the game doesn't care. And if you think of it in another way, Steam achievements are something that Steam kind of regulates. I mean, sure, they're agreed upon by the manufacturer and they put in through Steam and everything, but they aren't actually a part of the game itself. The achievements are like a separate thing. And so I don't think Steam has a way of telling, yes, you cannot get feats. So you can't get any progress on your badges, the feat badges. These will not progress on custom difficulty levels, period. That's been known for ages. But it appears that the achievements, especially since they're, you know, it's a third party collecting the data to make sure that you got the appropriate stuff for it. I don't think, since it doesn't have anything to do with the game, I believe you can get the achievements on custom difficulty. From what I've read, I've never tried, I've never tested it out myself, but from what I'm seeing, it appears you can. So, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Maybe look at an achievement that you're close to or that is easy to get. So the feats you cannot get. Achievements, it looks like it's possible. I can't guarantee it. Wow, those wolves respawned very quickly. So I'd give it a try, Calvin. I'd give it a try. Make yourself a custom stalker game and see what happens. Maybe look down the things of achievements and maybe just pick one that's easy to get. I'm sure now there's some achievements you cannot get because I think there's an actual achievement for living a day on Interloper, which I'm sure a custom game would not count for. Because it actually specifically says you have to play on a certain difficulty level. But, oh, Tristan, I've always felt that. I've always felt that. That's not... I've always felt that it seems kind of disrespectful as far as, like, that's not how the game was set out to be played in the first place. But that's just, I mean, I don't hold it against anybody for wanting it, because every game these days is about what multiplayer does it have. If I play any game, probably I can guarantee you within the first oh, 30 minutes of me starting up a new game, I can guarantee you someone will come into chat and ask, is this game multiplayer? I can almost guarantee it. Because that's what most people want. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what, you know, the modern world has brought about the introduction of lots of multiplayer games. And multiplayer, because people want to play with their friends, and you know, they want to interact with them and have fun with them and goof off with them, and I get it. I mean, I totally get it. Yeah, then I do think, for as far as The Long Dark is concerned, I think the game's fine just the way it is as a single player game. I don't see, I mean, I don't see the need to make it multiplayer. Every other game out there, with very few exceptions, are multiplayer. I know a lot of the early access ones that I play are solo or single player games, and I kind of go out of my way to find single player ones that I really want to play. But even like Escape the Pacific has a plan down the road to have a multiplayer in Escape the Pacific. So take that for what it is. I mean, so even one of my favorite games, even one of my favorite survival games, has a roadmap where they're gonna put you know, a multiplayer in it, which is fine. I honestly don't hold anything against people wanting to play multiplayer. I get it. I used to love multiplayer back in my MMO days. That's what playing games is all about. Is that was the cool thing. Is back then it was so new. It was like, oh my god, I can play with people from all over, not only all over the country, but all over the world. I can play with them and share experiences and game with them and have fun with them. And so, you know, for me in the early 2000s, that was like a really cool thing. I think that's what sucked me into EverQuest for so many years. Is just that connection that you got to make with other people over a game that you would never have met in your entire life. So, I follow you for so long, Athena, but I'm ashamed I still don't know if you can survive forever in Long Dark. I think it all comes down, really, Barsman, it comes down to just the will to survive after a certain amount of time. It's not if you can, it's just that if you have the will to do it. And I think anybody can do that. Once you get to 100 days, 100, 200 days in Long Dark, you're pretty well set up, unless something catastrophic happens and some gas bullcrap kills you in a mine. You pretty much are golden as long as you pay attention. I prefer to introvert even in games. I'm fine on my own, thanks. I'm the same. You know, Slick Subversive, I would never have been, I wasn't that way many years ago. I went through my MMO phase. I played with other people for over 14 years. And it's not that I got sick of it or tired of it. I'd done it. And I just wanted to find stuff that I could do myself, and also that I could share with you as an audience, and actually be able to engage with you as an audience and have fun. And really, when I'm very bad at multitasking. And so even when I'm playing, if I'm talking a lot to you guys, you'll notice I'll just start wandering around or something, trying to figure out something to do while I'm, you know, blabbing away with you guys. So even then I have a hard time doing it sometimes. So, then you throw into the, you know, the factor of somebody else playing a game with me, and I'm trying to pay attention to them, pay attention to the game, pay attention to the audience, and it's like, oh god, I can't keep track of all these things at the same time. So for me as a streamer, ooh, what is you? What is you? For me as a streamer, it's much easier to play solo games because I can pay attention to the game, but if stuff comes up into chat that I want to address or talk to you guys for a little bit about, I can talk to you and have fun with you. Have you had the urge to go back to EverQuest? I have several times, and I've tried, and it's just not the same. The game is very different now than it used to be. The game, when I started playing it, Tristan, I believe they had 2 DLCs out for the game at the time. And now the game all revolves around high-end raid content, which it was never my thing when I played EverQuest in the first place. I was never like into raids. I didn't really like the, you gotta be here at 5 p.m. to do this raid, and if you aren't, we're gonna dock points from you, and you gotta bid on this loot, and blah blah blah. I was never into that. I was never a raider. That was never my thing. And so now that the game mainly revolves around that, and all the low-end areas basically just get ignored, I don't find the game to be that much fun. It's like they're just making high-end raid content now because they know that 90% of the people who play it want to play high-end raid content, and honestly, to me, it's kind of boring. I did go back and play, EverQuest did a time-locked server where they basically relaunched the game, and I went back and played that, and it was kind of fun, but it wasn't the same game. Now they do have EverQuest 99 out there, which is like the original game from back in the day. It's actually got like all the hard stuff that used to be in the game, but it's one of those things where the memories of it, honestly, are better than trying to go back and recapture them at this point, if that makes sense. It's sort of like when you do something 20 years ago and you're like, oh my god, that was the most amazing thing ever, I can't wait to go back and do it. And a decade later you go back and do it and you're like, what was I making such a big deal about that for? I mean, it was still fun, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't as cool as I was, as I made it out to be. Yeah, the nostalgia factor is pretty big. And for me, it's more nostalgia with Long Dark. Not with Long Dark, well, with Long Dark too. It's more nostalgia with EverQuest than actually playing it now. And same with EverQuest 2. I mean, when they announced EverQuest 2, I was so pumped about EverQuest 2. The main reason is I was a huge crafter at EverQuest 1. I was a huge crafter. I loved the crafting in EverQuest 1. Oh my god. Speaking of huge, speaking of amazing, speaking of legendary, there is the Wiz Bowman with the 64-month resub. Woo! 64 months.
Wiz Bowman just resubscribed for 64 months. Been a min. My last surgery was last Friday. Okay now.
A-okay. Oh, that's so good to hear, Wiz Bowman. Oh man, I've seen your posts on Facebook and stuff, dude. I am so freaking happy for you, buddy. I seriously, man, I know it'll sound trite or like I don't know, but I've actually thought about you many times and been hoping that you have been doing well. And the things, I know you've been going through a lot, man, and I'm just so glad to hear that. That just makes me so happy inside. Because I know you've been going through a lot, buddy, and it just makes me so happy to hear that things are going better for you. I'm glad that you're all good now. That is freaking awesome news, man. That just made my day so much better, honestly. I'm so freaking thrilled for you. Oh man, yeah, it's been I know it's been a rough year and a half for you now. Oh dude, I am so happy for you. Oh, thank goodness. That is just great news. Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you for all the support over the years as well. Thank you for being part of our great little group here. And boys and girls, you see that little first buy-in? That's because he was one of my first subscribers ever. That's one of my first subscribers ever there, baby. Back in the day. But Thank you again for 64 months. Over 5 years. 5 years. That's crazy. But I'm glad you're doing better, man. I really, truly am. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Isn't modern medicine just lovely? Isn't it just lovely? But, back on to EverQuest. I was so excited when EverQuest 2 was announced, because like I said, I was a huge crafter in EverQuest 1. In EverQuest 1, when they, because in EverQuest 1 originally, you could master one skill in the game. One skill, that's all you could take. You could take, there was like blacksmithing, jewelry, spell making, there was all these different skills. Tailoring, but you could only master one of them. And then with the introduction of the alternate achievements, they allowed you to spend alternate achievement points to master more than one skill. And I went all in. I was a huge crafter. I loved the crafting. I loved crafting more than I loved raiding and stuff in the game. And so that for me just made EverQuest 2 seem so appealing, because when they announced EverQuest 2, they were like, hey, we've got this great idea for an MMO. We're going to have 2 separate worlds. We're going to have the adventurers and the merchants. And you can be a merchant. You can join a guild hall in your city. You could actually spend 90% of your time in there crafting, making things, putting them up on the market for people to purchase. You can deal with other crafters. All the crafting is going to be interconnected. So if you're going to be a spell maker, you have to buy you have to get your quills from your good quality quills from woodworkers. You got to get your paper from another guy. You got to get your ink from alchemists. You know, so there was all this interconnectivity, and I joined EverQuest 2 when it came out like that. And I was active in that for the first 6 months or so. I was in a really good crafting hall. We knew each other. We'd help each other out and be like, hey, I need this material, and hey, I need this material, and we'd swap them back and forth and stuff. There were 2 particular class, the provisioners and the alchemists, who really didn't need other people. That was the problem. They didn't interconnect it enough. They made those 2 skills kind of separate, or those 2 not as interconnected as the other ones were, which kind of sucked, and it built some resentment up. And instead of making it more interconnected, making it more like dependent on each other, and then also because all the high-end raiders were bitching and whining because they were all like, oh man, to get the best equipment, and the best equipment, by the way, was player-made equipment. Instead of making it so, they listened to all the people who were raiding and didn't want to buy expensive equipment from those of us who were in the crafting guilds. They just went ahead and just did away with the whole thing. They just changed the entire, about 6 to 9 months in, they changed the entire game and just ruined it. It became another raiding MMO. It was like they had the keys to the kingdom right there, and then they just became another raiding MMO. And it was just like, really? You guys just shot yourselves in the foot. It was so sad, because they had such a great premise going into it, and they just had to screw it up because of a bunch of whiny little babies who like to raid. And it's like, you know what? If you want to raid, that's great, but that doesn't have anything to do with us. We're just sitting here doing our crafting thing because that's what we wanted to do. It was so annoying. And after that, the game just kind of devolved. And now the game's kind of dead, to be honest. I mean, EverQuest 2 and EverQuest, they're dying games. They've been dying for a long time. Dying for a long time. Yeah, I looked at RuneQuest, and I don't want to sound like snobby or anything. I just didn't like the graphics. It's 8-bit, 12-bit, whatever you want to call it. It's the graphics just, I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it. I looked at it, and I was like, well, maybe this is an alternative. And after that, I looked for a bunch of other games that I could possibly play, and nothing ever came up. Oh, God, come on, just Cure! You're at 99 freaking percent. 99%. Damn, you just cure. Just cure. I need 2 cured guts. Oh, I have 2 cured guts on me. Nice. Okay, let's sleep for an hour. Hopefully it'll be cured by the time we get up. Really? Really? Seriously? Damn you, game. Damn you, game! This hide's like, you know, a watched hide. Oh, it actually cured! I was gonna say, a watched hide never cures. That's the lesson to be learned here. That's the lesson to be learned. A watched hide never cures.
Too heavy to carry.
But no, I mean, it just is what it is, Tristan. I just, and at that point, Tristan, I had moved on from EverQuest anyway, and my MMO days were kind of done. Like I said, I tried to return to it with the time lock servers, and I didn't find the same joy in it that I had before. I met some really nice people doing it, but there's nothing quite like my early days of playing EQ, EverQuest, and EverQuest 1. Or EverQuest and EverQuest 2. Like the early days, like the first year or so. How do you handle cabin fever? Well, I spent a lot of time outside before I came in here to do this. So, hopefully... I don't know if that fire is going to be good enough for over here, though. I can still see the fire. So hopefully, you know, it'll work. And I won't get cabin fever. Because I did spend a bunch of time outside, so. That's why I slept in the cave out there for a couple of days before I came in. Because I was like, I don't wanna be inside trying to make this moose-eyed satchel. And have me all of a sudden get cabin fever risk. Because that would suck. Oh shoot, that's at 51%? Okay, well I think I have another sewing kit in there, so I should be okay. We'll see here in a second if that fire is good enough. Well, it seems to be. I don't think that, I don't know. I think it cut off because it got dark. Now, I wonder... Oh, I can just build a fire here. Well, actually, I'm curious now. Nope. Dang it, that fire is not good enough. Damn, and I lit this big, long-ass fire over here, too. Gosh dang it. Oh, well, at least I have enough wood. At least I got enough wood to do it. I made that big-ass fire over there. Well, that teaches me a lesson. See, I've never tried doing this at night in here. Crafting a Forlorn Muskeg consumes so much fuel just to stay warm. Yeah, you know, the thing about Forlorn Muskeg, though, that's nice is it is all outdoors. So as long as you go there with a lot of fuel, there's a ton of fuel there as well. So you're not likely to run out of fuel, per se. Which is a good thing. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Forlorn Muskeg It gets a little bit touch and go there sometimes. Because you're trying to craft, you're trying to forge, and then you got to build another fire and try to craft up your bow and arrows sometimes. Did I make it or not? Oh, we got it done. We got it done, boys and girls. We actually got it done. Holy crap. We had just enough fire. Oh, come on. We had just enough fire. Oh, heck to the yeah. We got the moose hide satchel. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go get some food. It's all gravy from here, baby. It's all gravy, baby. That's just a small piece, so I'll eat that too. Then we'll fill up in the morning. All right. Yeah, moose-hide satchel achieved. God, that was a pain in the butt waiting for that, but it was worth it. All right, then we're gonna have to sort out our stuff in the morning. Hey, UC, how you doing? We just got our moose-hide satchel. Yes. Freaking awesome. All right, so I definitely want to take the coal with me. That's important. Take the cedar with me. Okay, that puts us at 40 kilos. We can now go up to 45 before we get overweight. Okay, that is basically dead. So let's take those. We've got a black bear hide here as well. That's in good shape. Let's waste this last little bit of that sewing kit repairing my hat. There we go. We can throw that sewing kit in here. Bye-bye. We got 2 cans on us. Got 3 torches. I do not need 3. I'll throw that in there. Take those out. Take all my ammo. Or all my shells, I should say. I don't need the cloth. I do need the stump remover. My cattails are my food. Shh. I'm gonna take that extra bedroll. I might need it. I would love to take this jerry can. Okay, I'm gonna at least carry it with me. It only puts us at 50 kilos, so that's not too bad. And we got 11 coal and 2 cedar on us. Now, do I have any other matches or anything in here? No, it's just cloth and that stuff. That is now just got guts in it. I'm going to take all those guts, throw them in here. Keep 4 guts on me. Got 4. Oh, I got 4 cured deer hides, a rabbit hide, and a cured bear hide on me. That's awesome. I think we're gonna go back out to the lake, grab our rabbit hide that's out there, because I think it's probably cured at this point, and then we're gonna head out of this zone. But let's reload our gun here real quick. Whoa! Let's go! Oh, it's a bright, shiny day, too. It's a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Oh, thank you, Yusi. Oh. Oh, get that good posture check in there. Oh, that felt good. Get myself a little back stretch, too, at the same time. The wolfy boy over there. You just keep walking over the other direction there, my friend. Keep walking over there, my friend. Oh, there's another one. There's 2. There's 3. Good lord. Good lord. Isn't there a command to point your gun in the air and shoot it? I think there is. I forget what it is. I know it's a command I never use, but I think there is a command to point your gun in the air and shoot it, but I'm not sure. Vanek! Thank you so much for the host in the raid! Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's eat some moosey meats. Let's give Vanek a little shouty-outy. Boys and girls, go give Vanek a follow. Check him out. Last playing some Long Dark.
Tempted down last time.
Oh, looks like story mode. Oh, is he sneaking around the bear? He's sneaking around the bear. Oh god, I hated that part of that. I hated that part. Especially because if you failed, you had to go all the way back to the beginning. The bear just wrecked your face and said, yeah, bye, have a fun day. Well, go give Vanek a follow, boys and girls. I'm going to go give Vanek a follow right now myself. Boppity bippity boo. Welcome, everybody. I am Atheenon. I am a Long Dark and survival streamer. I stream a lot of games like the Long Dark. Nearly rage quit from the bear. Yeah, you know, I had, my first playthrough, I sort of had a similar experience, my friend. So I can't say I blame you there at all. But I play a lot of survival games. We're gonna actually be playing some Icarus later this evening. This weekend we got a whole slew of different survival games lined up. We got Icarus, Escape the Pacific, some Mist Survival. I've been playing Mist Survival Mondays for a while, which have been a lot of fun. I've been having fun with Mist Survival. Yeah, but yeah, I mainly play first-person survival games, but I do dabble in other things once in a while. I've played games like, you know, Detroit Become Human and some other little story-style games here and there. But yeah, this Saturday, I'm going to be streaming for 12 hours. We're going to play some Medieval Dynasty. That was the one I was forgetting about. Medieval Dynasty, Escape the Pacific, more Long Dark, and of course Icarus. I've been really getting back into Icarus here lately, which is a really fun game. But, yeah, I usually play survival stuff, and it's a lot of fun. I really love the first-person survival stuff, so it's sort of been my jam. Let's go in here and get warmed up real quick. Right now we are doing a special run that we're calling Gunloper. We did it on a custom Interloper file, and the only thing that we changed is that we turned on guns, the revolvers, and the rifles. I have played 7 Days to Die before. I just kind of got bored of it. It's a really good game. I mean, it's got a lot of good crafting and stuff. But I just kind of moved on from it. I just, after a certain amount of time playing it, I was just kind of like, okay, what's next? I'm doing the same sort of things over and over again. Yeah, same with Raft. I just kind of got bored of it after a while. Got too good at stopping zombies. Well, that was probably another reason too. It's like they just didn't hold, unless I was gonna do some, you know, unless I was gonna do some weird run where I couldn't use a Horde Night base or something. I just honestly just got a little bored of it after a while. I tend to get bored. Okay, let's try this. Oh, shoot. Well, that was not what I intended to do. That's not what I intended to do. The weather outside was like, oh god, he's shooting at us! He's shooting at us! I tried you, it didn't work. But, have you ever played Half-Life Alyx? Alyx? Is it Alyx? I don't think I ever have now. Doesn't sound familiar. But yeah, I recently just got into Mist Survival, and I've been having fun with that one. Half-Life Alyx. Yeah, it's $60, so probably not. I don't pay 60 bucks for games anymore. I've been burned too many frickin' times. Too many frickin' times. Is Valve's virtual reality return to Half-Life series? Yeah, I never played any of the Half-Life games, and I'm not gonna pay 60 bucks for a game. Sorry. There's no video game out there that's worth 60 bucks. I've bought some $60 games in the past, and I've always been a little disappointed, to be honest. I was waiting for the storm to pass now. We got our Moosehide Satchel now. Got our Moosehide Satchel. We got all of our gear. We've got the bear skin coat. We still need another bear skin coat. We still need another pair of underwear. But more importantly, I need car batteries, because we got to make a trip. Look at my guns. They're like, my guns are dying. My guns are dying. I never finished Elden Ring. It just got kind of very plodding along. How much does this game cost at launch? Well, I paid 20 bucks for the game. I think it was like 20. I think it was either $19.99 or $20 for quite a while before they upped the suggested manufacturer's price. Long Dark goes on sale a lot though. It was just like $11 like less than a week or so ago. I don't know if it's still on sale now or not. I don't think so. I don't think it is. No, it's back. It's $34.99. We are on day 67, I'd say. 68. See, I was close. Oh, yeah. That's the thing is, like, you don't have to pay $60 for a game. But, hey, if you want to pay 60 bucks for a game, fine. Elden Ring, I found it was really fun for a certain amount of time. I just kind of got a little bored of it after a while. I have trouble staying interested in stuff. I do. I just kind of get to a point with a lot of things. There's very few things like The Long Dark that I can play over and over and still enjoy even after playing it for a long time. I just get it's not that I don't like the game, it's just that I'm like, ooh, there's another shiny piece of candy over here. Or, ooh, I really want to return to playing Long Dark. And usually it's, oh, I really want to return to playing Long Dark. That's usually what it is I just want to get back to playing Long Dark again. Because I love it so much. Hi, Cass. But you have that problem too, Cass? Yeah, me too. I don't have it with Long Dark, though. Please go check out Cass and Argo's Roar, boys and girls. Part of our stream team, the Pause Fellowship, and an all-around awesome gal.
Oh, Allie.
I don't know what that game was. It was like harpies or something. Oh, that was Ark. Yeah, see, I tried Ark. It just was not my thing. I've never been big into dinosaurs, though. I mean, I like Jurassic Park. I just never loved Jurassic Park. I think it's a fun movie, but I was never a big Jurassic Park fan. Dinosaurs were never my thing. So for me, Ark was a hard sell. It was very buggy, too. The new Jurassic Park? Oh, the last few Jurassic Parks have just been kind of snoozers. They've just been kind of snoozers lately. Put a lot of hours. I love that game. Put a lot of hours in, but no one actually wanted to beat it. Yeah, I tried Ark, Wiz Bowman and them tried to get me into it. I just could never get into it. And I see the appeal of it. It's just, it's one of those games that is meant to, it's one of those, it's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to make it sound like a bad thing. It's one of those games that is sets you up to have to play and grind a lot to get to a point where you can do a lot of stuff. And I don't mind that in a smaller scale, but I don't have the time, the willpower, or the energy to put into something like that anymore. That's how EverQuest eventually just became a job. I'd log on, I'd check the market, I would put up some stuff for sale, I'd craft a few items, I'd maybe go on a raid with my guild, and then I wouldn't have any time to do anything else. And it was just wash, rinse, and repeat day after day, and it just got kind of boring. So yeah, I tried Ark. Just wasn't my thing, which is fine. It's fine. There's lots of games out there like that, and some people like that. See, now for me, if I wasn't streaming, those kind of games are fun for me if I wasn't streaming. If I could just sit there and mindlessly do it for hours and not have to make content out of it, games like that are fine. Those games, for me, personally, are hard to make content out of. Because I'm bored, and I'm sure that that's going to come across to a lot of other people as well. So, sometimes it's a creative decision why I don't play certain things. Because I'm like, this just isn't going to translate really good for streaming. Hold on, AFK parents. Since Spooktober, any scary games? I don't like scary games. Where am I going to now? We're going to go to Milton. And how you doing, Sophia, by the way? Hi, I saw you sneak in there. He's going to play Quern. Nothing is scarier. Nothing is scarier than Quern. And then BK says, BK drops a Quern joke and then leaves. Wow. Who says I can't eat peanut butter, Captain Crunch out of a big plastic liquid measuring cup? Exactly. Why can't you eat it out of a big plastic measuring cup? I think that's totally fine. God, I could so shoot him right now. You go, Rhiny Beef. You eat it out of a big plastic measuring cup. I've eaten it out of worse things.
It's so cold.
Heck, there was one time my cereal was down to such a point that it just had, like, you know, the last little bit in the bag. And I didn't have any clean bowls. So I just poured that milk right into the bag and ate it right out of the bag and threw it away when I was done. I have the game Quern but haven't played it yet. You're a very lucky person, Rhiny Beef. You're very, very fortunate you've not played it yet. I kid you not. Eat out of the dang bag. Exactly. I'm going to switch over to this gun just because it's in better condition and I'm less likely to randomly shoot it. You actually have to aim the rifle to shoot it. So, never heard of Quern? Quern is a, do you remember the old game, Myst? I think it was Myst. Where it's like, it's basically like a puzzle game. It's a point and click puzzly kind of game. That I just could not stand. I never liked Myst. I never liked those kind of games. The pixel hunts for me were never fun. When you have to hunt over a whole entire screen, pixel by pixel, trying to find the one thing you can interact with, I just never enjoyed that very much. Never enjoyed those. I just get frustrated and go, I'm just gonna go look up the cheat code for it. I'm just gonna look up a walkthrough and figure out what I need to do. I like sometimes the stories that go along with them, like the Siberia games. I really like the Siberia game. I like the story that went on with the Siberia games. I like some of the puzzles, because I don't mind, like, logic puzzles. When you have a puzzle before you that you have to logically figure out how to maneuver certain things to make it work, I don't mind that so much. Or if you have to combine certain things to make another thing to make it work, I don't mind that. But when it's pixel hunts where you have to just, like, look around a room and go, okay, where's the one thing I can touch in the room? It's so annoying. Ath, did you play much, play Dawn of Man much? I played a little bit of Dawn of Man. I like Dawn of Man. Dawn of Man was pretty fun. Hey, look, there's a book we'll never read. Usually I'd be excited about that, but not this time. Were you ever gonna finish Darkwood? Ugh, that game, ugh. The problem I had with Darkwood is very much the problem that I have with a lot of games like that, where they're that top-down view. My brain just does not... My brain... I don't mind it so much if there's not combat involved, but when there's combat involved, my brain spatially cannot think on that sort of a level. I don't know what it is, but I enjoyed the premise of Darkwood. I didn't enjoy the game design, I guess. I don't know if it's game design or game layout. Much like Don't Starve, I don't like I don't like that top-down view like that very much. Unless it's just a very strategic thing where you're doing stuff, but when it's in real time, my brain just cannot handle it. That's mostly why I play first-person stuff. Because yeah, the isometric view and the top-down view just don't do very much for me. My brain starts to just go, ugh. Wiz Bowman's in charge. Oh god, Wiz Bowman's in charge. Your new OnlyFans content is great, Ath. The llama was a great idea. Oh god. Oh god. The Quarry game. What you do early on affects things later. I think I had the Quarry on. I think I had that on my wish list, didn't I? God dang it! Why does it do that? Oh, the Quarry. Oh, that's a free one. Oh, I think I've heard of that one before. I think I've heard of that one before. Oh, the official trial version is free. The Quarry's $60? I'm sorry, $60. That just throws me. $60. 60. Oh, jeez Louise. It's good and it's multiplayer. Oh, well, the multiplayer is a strike against it for me. Go away! I don't want to waste a bullet on you. Hold on, Mr. Wolf. I need some water. I know I don't have it on my wish list. I think somebody else had mentioned it in chat or something. Have you mentioned you have mentioned you like playing Siberia series? Have you ever played Return to Mysterious Island? No, I have not played that one, Krontar. What is that one like? Oh god, just go away! I'm talking to chat. Jeez Louise, Mr. Wolf. What is that one called? Return to Mysterious Island. Join intrepid sailor and recent island castaway Mina as she explores the hidden secrets within the Jules Verne classic inspired by Mysterious Island. Gather key articles left from the island's previous inhabitants and combine them in a unique and interesting ways to stay alive and stay hopeful for rescue. Ooh, that one looks kind of cool. I know I have a friend. I know. I have a friend. He's coming up with me. Oh, he left me alone now. Ooh, that one looks kind of cool. Looks kind of interesting. Yeah, there's a couple that that I played, like Siberia. What was the other one? Miasmata? God, I can't even spell it now. Yeah, Miasmata. Miasmata was an interesting game. It's an old game. There it is, Miasmata. It's a first-person survival adventure game. Miasmata was kind of cool, yeah. I liked Miasmata. I want Stream to start having some spooky games on sale before Halloween week. Oh, okay. There's a part 2 as well. The part 2 to what? Return to Mysterious Island? Or The Quarry? Oh, there is a Return to Mysterious Island 2. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put that on my wish list. I know, I'm just walking without even paying attention right now. There's a Return to Mysterious Island 2. It came out in 2014. Mia's rescue from the end of the first game is cut dramatically short, and she and primate pal Jeff are left again in the mysterious island to fend for themselves. Oh, okay, so you get a little friend? Oh, goody, you get a little monkey friend. Yay. I went ahead and put it on my wish list. I was like, why not? But Miasmata, I actually thought that was a pretty fun little game. There's a lot of good indie games out there, though, really. There's a lot of good indie. I think indie survival games are they're kind of the thing. Kind of the thing. Now, there's one that I've heard that I should play. I've heard I should play Soma. I've heard I should play Soma. I've heard Soma is horrible. I don't know if my constitution could take Soma though. I don't know if I could take it. I think I already own Soma. I think I got Soma for free on one of the Prime weekends or something. But yeah, I've heard Soma's definitely one. No, I've never played Soma before, Righty Beef. I've been too scared. I'm too scared, okay? No, I played Amnesia. And I could barely stand Amnesia. Not that I didn't like the game, just that it scared me too much. I don't like being scared. I've never been into horror movies. I've never liked suspense stuff. It's never been my thing. But I've heard Soma's a really good story, and I've heard it's worth doing, so. Chat's here to hold my hand. Oh, gee, thanks. I did play Layers of Fear. I played Layers of Fear all the way through, actually. That's the one with the painting, right? That one was scary as crap, and they had creepy freaking babies in that movie. That is one of the scariest jump scares ever. Let me tell you, that's where I decided that horror games were not for me. At that point, Cass, my son was living at home. I was playing Layers of Fear in the dark. I'm sitting there, I'm scared. I was drinking even. That's back when I drank a little bit. And I was like, I can't handle this sober. So I was drinking a little bit. I'm sitting here playing. Stuff's happening. I am just freaking the hell out. And my son was living at home at the time. And I was squealing like a little baby. I was like, ah! Ah! It was scaring the crap out of me. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw something. And my son had come out and he was standing at the corner of the room, just looking in at me. And it was right at a scary point in the game, and I looked up and I saw my son in the shadows over there, staring at me scared the holy bejesus out of me. It was the biggest jump scare I think I've ever had in real life. And at that point, I was like, yeah, these games are not for me. These games are not for me. They're not for me. Yeah, good job, Athson. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll blur. I think you were there. Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's loads of fun. Yeah, I don't like scary games. I could try Soma, I guess. I'll try. Can't promise I'm gonna play it all the way through, but I'll try. Maybe it'll suck me in. I like a good story. Don't get me wrong. I like a good story. But here, hold on a second. But I don't like to be scared. And I get scared very, very easily. Boop a doop a doop a doop boop 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 a doop boop boop. I think I have it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I don't. Maybe I was so scared I didn't even upload it to YouTube. Wouldn't surprise me. I think there is a video of it somewhere. I think there's a clip of it somewhere. I don't know how to search through clips like BK does, but I think there is a clip of me getting scared by my son.
Barely walk with this much gear.
I just don't like being scared. It's not my thing. Shh, not my thing at all. Now watch, the moose will be up here and then we'll have to make a decision. Do we hunt them or do we leave them alone? I'm almost thinking of just leaving them alone at this point. I'm not going to make a moose hide coat. I got plenty of food. Yeah, I thought that Layers of Fear was up on YouTube, but maybe it's not. I thought I had uploaded it to YouTube at one point, but I guess not. I thought maybe I did, but I guess in the end I did not. Maybe I was so scared by it, I was just like, no! I don't want to see, I don't want me peeing my pants to be out there for everybody to see for all of eternity. See, and that's the funny thing, Cass. I don't mind the gory stuff. Like State of Decay 2, I'm fine with. Days Gone, I'm fine with. That kind of genre, I don't really care. I don't like the spooky stuff. I don't like the suspense and the jump scares and all that sort of stuff. That's where I kind of go, yeah, I'm good. That's where I'm good. I don't need that. Zombies don't really scare me that much. They just never have. The zombie genre just has never been a particular, like, really creepy thing to me. I mean, I enjoy like DayZ, or not DayZ, but Days Gone and games like that, because I feel like I can fight back against them at least. There's something I can do against them. And I don't like creepy baby dolls. Creepy baby dolls just... Those porcelain dolls I've always been creeped out by anyway. You know how some people have a fear of, like, clowns? They don't like clowns for whatever reason. I don't like those porcelain dolls. I think they're creepy as hell. I think they're creepy as hell. With their little faces that never move. Ugh. Jira, thank you so much for the 14 months! And guess what? We got Dargo, Shiana, and Rigel on the bottom, too.
711 just resubscribed for 14 months.
But yes, John, Aaron, and Scorpy. John, Scorpy, and mwah, Claudia Black. Claudia Black. She can peacekeep my place any old day. I mean, yeah, I really like Farscape. Heyo! Peacekeeper Wars? Oh god, yeah. Farscape was just a masterpiece in and of itself. Farscape was so uniquely different than anything else that... Hey, I had a huge crush on Claudia Black for a long time, and I make no apologies for that. Why is there a carcass harvesting book out here?
Too heavy to carry.
Hey, look, some more bullets. Why is that a wow? Everybody knows I had a huge... Everybody knows I had a huge crush on Aaron's son and especially Claudia Black. There should be a reunion where Dargo is all grown up. And hi, Faith. How you doing? Hey, I love that show. I love Ben Bowder in that show. I thought he was great. As much as I liked him in that show, I didn't like him in SG-1. I don't know. For whatever reason, it's weird, because I think if one or the other of them had been in SG-1, I think I could have dealt with it, but it just seemed like... It seemed like Farscape comes to SG-1. It's like if they had thrown Nathan Fillion, Summer Glau, and you know, the Baldwin guy all in the show together. That was another sci-fi show that sort of was similar to other stuff. It's harder. Adam, yes, Adam, thank you. Not one of the Baldwin brothers. It was hard for me to see them together in a science fiction show and my brain not go to, oh look, it's John Crichton and Aaron Sun. It was hard to do because that's who they'd been for me for 5 years basically. And it's hard to see them especially together. I mean, I've seen Claudia in other stuff. I've seen Ben in other stuff. But to see them together in a show, it's hard to separate that characters and the chemistry they had in Farscape. It's hard to separate that out and be able to, you know, because whenever you watch a show like that, you have to suspend your disbelief of things. I mean, it's all science fiction, after all. And it's hard to do that when you associating them with for me anyway, it's hard to do that when I'm associating them with a previous intellectual property, I guess. So, like I said, if either of them had been in that show separately, I probably would have been a little bit better. But also, I think part of that played into the factor that I just did not like. I know that MacGyver wanted to step back. Richard Dean Anderson wanted to step back in the show, and you know, he wanted to be with his family more and stuff. But the departure of most of the main cast of Stargate SG-1 was kind of the end of the show for me, because that's who SG-1 was for me. After that, it was Stargate, it's an SG crew. It's not SG-1 anymore. SG-1 is Teal, Daniel, Samantha, and Jack. That's SG-1. Plain and simple. And there is no other SG-1. They should have just called him SG-22 or something, you know? They should have been like, we're retiring SG-1. You're going to be another Stargate team, but we're retiring the SG-1 thing. You know, MC, I'm mixed with Stargate Universe. Stargate Universe, when it came out, I really did not like it, where it was going. I've gone back since and watched it, and I appreciate it more now. It's more of a... It's a darker series, definitely, than either Atlantis or SG-1. But I see now sort of what they were going for. And honestly, I love the guy who plays, I love the guy who plays, Rumpelstiltskin. God, I can't remember his name. Great actor. I loved him. Oh, you enjoyed it? Oh, see, I didn't... yeah, Robert Carlyle. Thank you. Oh, Robert Carlyle's awesome. He made that. He made SG. He made Stargate Universe. But I didn't. I had mixed feelings about it when it came out. I look back on it way more fondly now than I did then. Especially since I rewatched it. I was like, oh, I'm kind of sad it's kind of ending, and all these storylines are never going to be like, they're never going to be resolved. They did come out with a comic book series that kind of tried to resolve some of those storylines, but never did a really good job at it. Well, and that's the thing too. It ended in a very abrupt, bad way. They were finally starting to get their feet under them in that second season, and then they just kind of had the rug pulled out from under them, which I thought was a disservice overall. That was a big disservice to not only them, but to the fans of the show and the people who actually like the show. Yeah, I mean, I thought Stargate Universe was an interesting show in concept. I think it kind of failed. On a bunch of levels. They were going a little too. They're going a little too heady on it, almost. A little too cerebral, maybe. Yeah, like Fox releasing Serenity instead of more Firefly. Yeah. I mean, see, that is a huge misstep. Instead of releasing Serenity, they should have been like, you know what? We need to try to get back most of these characters. That show is, like, so hot now. They should have, at that point, tried to get back all the characters, all the actors who were playing the characters, even if they had to recast, say, Shepherd Book or Summer Galau or, you know, somebody else. But honestly, they had the golden opportunity to try to get them back and have them all work together again. Instead of doing the Serenity movie, they could have done another full season of it. That's why, whether you like it or not, I really appreciated that show. What was it? Was it Jericho? I think it was Jericho. They got a second season because the fans were just so adamant about them, like, giving them another season that they actually did it. I thought that was really cool that they actually listened to the fans that wanted that next season of it, and they came back with it. I thought the way the season went was not the best, but I didn't really care for season 1, so it didn't bother me. I haven't cared about Star Trek since Voyager. I haven't cared. I watched Enterprise for Scott Bakula. I didn't really enjoy Enterprise. I watched it. I tried watching, and then well, and the thing that killed me for Star Trek is they only went to it went to Paramount streaming service, and I'm like, I'm not paying you guys extra money to watch an exclusive Star Trek show. Star Trek doesn't mean that much to me. I'm sorry to say. I like Star Trek, don't get me wrong. I love Next Generation. I love DS9. I love Voyager. I love the OG. But at the same time, I'm not going to pay Paramount just to watch their new show. No. Sorry. It's not going to happen. They don't have anything else I would want. It's like, oh, I look at your entire catalog of stuff and there's only one thing I want to watch on your stuff. Nah, I'm good. So, yeah, if you want to see a good Star Trek show, go watch Orville. I haven't watched season 3 yet, MC. Tell me, MC. Is the Orville season 3 worth it? Would recommend. Oh, good. I was on the fence. I liked season 1 a lot. I know season 1 was not their strongest, because back then Seth was having to basically lie to them and say, we're doing a parody. We're doing a parody. And then they got more serious in season 2, and I was like, okay, this is better than Star Trek now. I like this. I'm really into this. So season 3 is good. I was waiting until season 3 got done. I was waiting until season 3 got done before I committed to it, though. Because I sort of wanted to see how it played out, what people thought of it. So season 3, though, you're saying is worth it. The budget went way up. Oh, good. Okay, good. You know, honestly, I don't care if the budget went up. To be completely honest. I like low budget stuff. 80s Doctor Who, some of the lowest budget stuff in the world. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. 80s Doctor Who is some of the lowest budget stuff you're ever going to see. And it's some of the most amazing storytelling. If you have a good story, the budget does not matter. Season 3 is way good. I only have like 1 and 2, but 3 was my jam. Okay, cool. Well, I'm definitely going to check it out then. I actually like season 2 quite a bit. I thought season 2 was strong, was very strong. I am not seeing... Oh, nope, there is the moose. There's Mr. Moose right there. I just don't know if I want to waste my time. I don't need it. David Tennant, Doctor Who was for me. Oh, David Tennant was great. Don't get me wrong. I love David Tennant. David Tennant was a very... Well, David Tennant, first off, is an amazing actor. First off. I mean, just without a doubt, everything I've seen David Tennant in, he has been pretty damn good. David Tennant also is a lifelong Doctor Who fan. Like, grew up with Doctor Who, loved Doctor Who. Well, I mean, most Brits did at the time. But, Doctor Who, he really took on the character and did so well with him. Did so well with the character. And wasn't, he just had such a reign. He reminded me very much of Tom Baker. And that's not, I did watch, I watched the Americanized version of Broadchurch. I forget what, it was like Grace Point or something like that. Which I guess was pretty much the same show. Anyway, the show itself was okay. I like the actors in it, but the show itself was okay. I wasn't intrigued by it. I don't like it. I'm not a big real crime drama type person, mystery drama type person. I don't really get into that much, but for me, it's not my kind of show. So.
It's a goddamn freezing.
I just don't like that sort of stuff. But that's the thing is, David Tennant very much reminded me of Tom Baker in the role. The gravitas is there, but at the same time there is there was joy in his performance. There was joy in David Tennant's performance, and at the same time it could be very serious and very what's the best word to use?
Okay.
Sometimes he could be very dark, and you could see the weight of of the 900 years he had lived bearing down on him, but at other times he came across very excited and almost childlike in a way, which is sort of how Tom Baker played it, where the easiest way for him to disarm like the people who were always like doing bad things was to be kind of almost play the innocent. But yeah, I really enjoyed David Tennant's performance of Doctor Who. Honestly, I mean, if you want to give anybody credit for Doctor Who, it's Christopher Eccleston. I mean, his portrayal of a new Doctor, the first new Doctor really in 20 years, and the way they tied it back into the old series and into the movie and carried it on, he did an amazing job with the little bit of time he had on the show. So I really appreciated what he did for the show. I was not a huge fan of the modern take type stuff on the show, where all of the Doctor's companions were falling in love with him, and that just annoyed me. They didn't need to bring that in. Doctor Who was never about that. But you know who is about that? Secret Tree. Secret Tree, hoo ha ha. I liked Rose. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Rose as a companion. Never liked the whole romantic entanglement thing with her. It just bothered me. Yeah, that's the Secret Tree, Rhiney Beef. Look. There's no tree here. There's no tree here, but watch this. You line up with the wall here. There's a secret tree. Secret tree. Secret tree. Secret tree, hoo ha ha.
Damn, I'm freezing.
And by the way, this area is completely protected from wind. And not that I have enough supplies to do it, but you can put a snow shelter down here and build a fire here if you don't have a bedroll, and you can live there forever. It's kind of a cool little glitch they have. But yeah, I really like David Tennant's portrayal. David Tennant's portrayal was very, very, very good. Wasn't it? I liked Rose as the companion. I wish they had just left the romance stuff out of it. I think if you'd taken the romance part out of it, it would in no way have lessened the parting of her from David Tennant. And I'll cite the parting of David Tennant with Donna as an example of how to write it well, where there is still the impact, the emotional impact. I was actually more emotionally impacted by Donna's departure from the show than Rose's departure from the show. Because I felt that Donna and the Doctor actually had more of a... They had more of a equal footing relationship than Rose and the Doctor did, in my opinion. I just didn't find it as compelling, I guess. But that for me has always been a thing with Doctor Who. I never wanted. It's one of those things where it's sort of like the way I think about it is like, if I was a 900-year-old person, would I really be interested in something that had lived for like 20 years, or someone who'd lived for 20 years, not something. So it's just a matter of scale. It's like something that's not something that's 900 years old looks at something that's only been around for 20 years or so as very small, very immature, very young, which the Doctor does appreciate that about humans, because he even says that many times, you know, that humans with their small little lives, they do so much that it's astounding how much they can do in the small amount of time they're gifted. And he really thinks that's amazing of them, but at the same time, he always kind of holds himself apart from that, because he realizes that, you know, he is 900 years old. He's ancient and awesome. You know, he's ancient and he's awesome, and he's seen things and done things that most people will never ever be able to see or do. So, my wife and I cosplayed and won a contest in a very small town, but still, I dressed as Captain Jack. My wife dressed as Rose. I love Captain Jack. I wish they had had more of Captain Jack.
Perfect.
Depends on what you're looking at them with. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It just seemed very, again, it's my own personal take. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just my own personal take. Rose was not my favorite companion. I thought Donna Noble was more of a companion than Rose was, in a lot of ways. CJ is a good kisser. Captain Jack is a good kisser. I bet he is. No, I love Captain Jack. Captain Jack. I wish he had been in more of the show. I wish he had been in more of the show. I really liked when he went on to his own series too. That was pretty dang cool. I just like the dynamic of the old Doctor, I guess. And since I grew up with the old Doctor Who show, the dynamic between him and his companions was always one of the companion is there mainly as a lens for us, the viewer, to learn about the Doctor's world. And very much so in the sense where, you know, the companions would be the ones who would ask the questions about what was going on and how things worked, because then the Doctor would explain to them, this is how it works, this is how things happen. You know, these are the things that we're looking at. And they were our lens to the Doctor. I just never thought that the romantic stuff needed to come into the show. And I didn't think it added very much to the show, I guess. And, you know, if you like the romantic stuff, that's great. I'm glad they put it in there for you, but for me as a viewer, I was just kind of like, I could do without it. I'm okay without it. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a good comparison, actually, MC. It's like if Gandalf fell in love with a human woman. You'd kind of be like, huh? Why? It just doesn't jive, you know? It doesn't make... the Doctor is like Gandalf. He's old, he's wizened, he's mysterious. He grants that hope. And I don't mind... And I didn't mind so much... a companion being infatuated with him, but it got a little over the top, especially with Amy Pond. Don't get me wrong, I love Amy Pond as a companion. I wish they would have just taken all the sexual tension stuff out of it. Every time that happened, I was just like, oh god, just kill me now. Just get on to the good part of the story, please. Let's get on to the good part of the story. You don't need to do this. I mean, I loved Amy and Rory, though. Martha just annoyed the crap out of me. The gal herself who plays Martha is a great actress. I don't have a problem with her, and I didn't like her role with the Doctor at all. That's why I said Donna's my favorite companion. I mean, even from the beginning. I mean, it's almost like the showrunners or the writers sort of knew the joke of going around about how it just makes no sense that Doctor Who would be interested in some 20-year-old girl just because of the age difference. Ooh, gross, first off. But just because of the age difference, but, you know, because when they introduced Donna, and the Doctor's like, I just want to mate. And she's like, mate with you? And it was like... She was like, no way, buddy. I'm never gonna mate with you. It was just like, oh, thank God. Oh, Donna, I love you. That's what I knew. I just was in love with Donna. I was just like, oh, yes. Yes, give me Donna every day of the week. It's so easy to fill screen time with rubbish like that. Yeah. I think in some ways, old fart, it almost is kind of lazy writing on a little bit of their part, because it is easy to fill the screen time with that. Not that I think that they were trying to pad screen time. I think they really wanted to have some sort of relationship dynamic between them all. I just didn't think it was very necessary myself. I was just like, okay, I just don't really care. I don't want it. That wonder and terror opens up the human side. Doctor Who is or wants to be how a human reacts to the infinite. Oh yeah. I mean, some of the best Doctor Who episodes for me are ones like Midnight, where I loved it. I loved Midnight. That actually had the kid who played Merlin in the Merlin series in it. And I thought Midnight was amazing. That was such a great episode. They're all contained in little, you know, tin can on the surface of a moon where the sun can literally, like, fry you just by hitting you. And nothing lives on the surface. Oh, Midnight was a great episode. That was a tremendous episode. There was some really good episodes in there, like Midnight. That were just like, holy cow. Feels like a general shift on Modern Who. Too many romance arcs. Well, it has to do with social media. Everybody wants to ship somebody. When my daughter first started doing that, she's like, "Oh, I'm shipping this person and that person." I was like, "Honey, don't do that. Don't do that. Just stop it. Just stop the madness. Stop the madness. Just stop." I was like, "No." Woo! For Halloween, could we have the Stickersons go trick-or-treating with their kids? But that's the thing, is like modern stuff, everybody wants to ship people with it. They all want to be like, "Oh, well, this person and this person should be in a relationship." And I'm like, no, they don't necessarily have to be. The whole idea, that's one thing that is kind of missing now, is the whole idea of people can be actual, like, friends and companions without being in a relationship. There's no reason that everybody who's like a companion with another person has to be in a relationship with them. And honestly, like, going back to some of the better episodes, I think one of the most telling episodes for Doctor Who, remember the Family of Blood, where the Doctor actually, like, used the fob watch thing, which is a total thing I hated, but he used the fob watch to basically make himself human for a period of time, and he fell in love with that, and his human person, whoever he became, fell in love with the human girl. And then when he became the Doctor again, she realized that he could really never love her. I mean, that to me was like so telling. It was like, where was all of this when all the all the Rose, Tyler, and Martha stuff was going on? This is what it should have centered around. This is what it should have been telling us. This is the Doctor we should have been seeing. Is the Doctor who realized, I can't be with somebody like you just because... Yeah, Family of Blood was a really good two-parter. Oh, Family of Blood was great. The Doctor was so... The whole end of that, where it was like the Doctor was not hiding because of what he was afraid they would do to him. He was hiding because he was trying to he was not wanting to have to punish them, basically. He was being kind to them in trying to hide from them. It was like, oh god, it was so... I forget the exact quote, but... Oh, Silence in the Library was great, too. Silence in the Library was pretty damn cool. In high school, I had some guy friends that just friendship. I made sure to tell them that from the start. Well, and that's the thing, is like, there used to be a time where people could have friends. They'd just be friends. It's like... You know, it could be like, you know, the buddy cop shows and stuff like that, you know? And it's, I don't know. I think people are just so desperate to see other people together or something. I have no idea what it is. It baffles me to this day. It baffles me to this day. But yeah, Silence in the Library is one of the great ones. Blink. That's how I introduced my daughter to Doctor Who, was showing her the episode of Blink. I think Blink is probably one of the best episodes to show somebody who is not a Doctor Who fan, Doctor Who. I gotta be honest, Rhiny Beef, I never liked dinosaurs on a spaceship. But I'm not a big dinosaur fan. I was just kind of like, oh god, frickin' dinosaurs. You gotta be frickin' kidding. I'm not a big dinosaur person. Never have been. Now, if you want to take another spaceship episode, the Marie Antoinette episode was freaking amazing. What was that? What was that one even called? It was a fun little romp, but I never truly enjoyed it. I'll just be honest, I never really truly liked it a lot. What was the one with Marie Antoinette? Girl in the Fireplace. Oh my god. Come on, if you don't have a heart if that didn't give you a little bit of a tear jerk at the end. You don't have a heart if that didn't give you a little bit it didn't pull on those heartstrings a little bit. Oh. The one where the ship was gonna crash into Buckingham? No, that was the one with the fart creatures. The ones who had to wear skin suits. Yeah, Girl in the Fireplace was freaking awesome. Oh, that was pretty dang. That was pretty dang good. Yeah, there was. I mean, there's just great David Tennant episodes. There were a lot of good Matt Smith episodes too. I honestly, Madame de Pompadour, yes. I just snogged Madame de Pompadour, yeah. There were some great episodes back then. But yeah, Girl in the Fireplace was really good. But yeah, I mean, there's been some good. There were bad David Tennant episodes as well. I'll admit, I started to lose interest during Matt Smith's era. The skin with the face on the wall and it talked. Oh yeah, that was creepy. That was weird. I kind of lost. I started to lose interest during Matt Smith's era. I just did. All the interplay with Amy Pond just kind of bothered me. I'm not gonna lie. The overarching, everything had to be an overarching storyline at that point. Everything had to lead to some big thing at the end of the season. And that's okay, but I really like Doctor Who episodes, and Doctor Who's always had some overarching things in it. I mean, you had the Bad Wolf arc in the first season. Last season of David Tennant was all about the he will knock 4 times thing, which they thought was the sound of a Time Lord's heartbeat, but it was actually, it was actually the, God, what was his name? He just passed away, too. Wilfred! Oh, Wilfred. Oh, the guy who played Wilfred. Oh, he was Donna's grandfather. He was so freaking awesome. Hey, John. I know I'm going on a lot about Doctor Who. Somebody in the comments is going to be like, damn, dude, all you're talking about is Doctor Who. Shut the hell up. Sorry. My channel, I'll talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. John, it's going good, my friend. It's going good. You get me going on Doctor Who or comics, it's all over but the crying. If Mark Wars was here, he'd be like, all right, we're covering the Doctor Who segment right now. We'll be on to the comic book segment soon. Ah! No. Go chase something down. Yeah, go chase something down. Wilfred is and was awesome, yeah. Who was the actor that played Wilfred? Because I believe he passed away, isn't he? I believe he passed away recently, didn't he? Hey, there's the key! We found the key in the truck! Yes! That key has been missing for so long. I have not found the key in the truck for so long. Yeah, I can't think of it. Well, Doctor Who at this point's a dead franchise. I mean, it just is. They killed it. They killed it. I'm sorry.
I wonder if I can drop
William Hartnell has been, and always will be. I don't care what Chris Ding Dong Chibnall says. William Hartnell is the first Doctor. Always will be the first Doctor. You can retcon him or give him a different universe that they've lived in that he's not the first Doctor, but William Hartnell will always be the first Doctor. Period. End of story. I do not accept Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. She's a fine actress, but horrible, horrible scripts. Horrible scripts they gave her. That poor lady. And if she receives all the hate for it, it's not her fault, but yeah, Chris Chibnall's a ding-dong. Just can't. I watched one episode of Jodie, and I was just like, this is not Doctor Who. This is some fan fiction Doctor Who-ish kind of thing. I heard somebody else talk about it who's a big Doctor Who fan. I forget who it was. But they were like, you know what? Why didn't they, if they wanted to do something like that, why didn't they do a show about the daughter? Because William Hartnell had a daughter. Doctor Who had a daughter or a niece or basically a relation in the original Doctor Who series. Susan. Oh, jeez Louise. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Well, the angel stone statues are one of the best story at my humble idea.
Oh, they are really good. Don't get me wrong. They're really good. They are really good. They got overplayed. It got to the point where the angels were a joke. But granddaughter. Thank you, MC. Granddaughter. Yes. That's what it was. Why and the actress for that is still alive. If they really so badly wanted to have Jodie Whittaker be a Time Lord, which I would have no problem with, why not bring back the gal who played Susan, have her regenerate, and start a brand new series with a new Time Lord in it? I would have watched it. Heck, I loved the Sarah Jane Chronicles. I loved how that worked. I thought that was so cool that they followed her. God rest her soul. That gal who played Sarah Jane, she is freaking amazing. She is awesome. I love the Sarah Jane Chronicles. I wish they'd done more with it. But unfortunately, that gal had cancer and, it was sad. That was a great attended episode too. When Sarah Jane came back, I was like, yes! One of my favorite companions of all time is back. Love it. Hey, didn't I buy a mug? Didn't you buy a mug of this show? A mug of this show? Didn't I buy you a mug of this show? Yes, you did. Oh, they retconned a ton of Doctor Who. Yeah. So the Timeless Child basically ruined Doctor Who, MC. For anybody who's been a Doctor Who fan for more than 5 years, and I'm not saying that people who haven't been a Doctor Who fan for the new Who, there's anything wrong with them. But for anybody who is not hasn't been in Doctor Who for decades and decades, and doesn't know much about the lore, it's fine. If all you know is Doctor Who new stuff, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Happy to have you here. Enjoy having you as part of the fan base. But Doctor Who, they basically retconned him into not being a Time Lord. The Time Lord's actually... He came to the world as a little girl that got killed over and over by a scientist that was trying to figure out why she couldn't die. And so, thusly, William Hartnell's incarnation of the Doctor is probably like the 10,000th regeneration of the Doctor. So William Hartnell is no longer the first Doctor. The first Doctor is totally been retconned, according to what they say. Yeah. Oh yeah, it should have ended. Honestly, Doctor Who should have ended with Matt Smith. Period. Period. It should have ended with Matt Smith. If they wanted to do more Doctor Who stuff, they could have gone and done stuff before the Time War, in between that era while Sylvester McCoy, you know, they worked in a war doctor that we knew nothing about. What's to stop them from doing more stuff with a younger war doctor? I mean, yes, William Hartnell, or not William Hartnell, but John Hurt, of course, could not play him probably, but they could have done a whole lot of stuff with Matt Smith. Should have been the last Doctor. It just should have been. He should have been. They had a golden goose, but they wanted to just, I guess, kill it. So, and honestly, I'm not even mad about it. I have great memories of Doctor Who. I have great memories. What retcon means is they basically take the established lore. Oh, I didn't check for a battery in the truck. They take the established lore of the show, which Doctor Who is the longest running continuous show of science fiction probably about ever. But they took the established lore set down since 1963, chucked it out the window, and said, no. All this stuff that you've believed you've known all along, none of it is correct. The Doctor Who was never a Time Lord. The first Doctor was not William Hartnell. They basically take stuff and they just change it because it doesn't fit what they want any longer. And it kind of sucks. Woohoo! More with the 19 months. I promise I'll get off it now, though. I'm stepping down off my soapbox. Thank you, Mort, for the 13-month resub. But yeah, retcon means they basically take established lore and they find a workaround to change it to a lore that they now want to use moving forward. So they change the continuity. They retroactively change the continuity, which is, I think, what retcon means. But they retroactively change the continuity that's already been laid down to fit what they want to have happen now. Which I find both offensive and my headcanon can be my headcanon. I don't own the property, so I can't do anything about it. But I do own my dollars, and so I've taken my dollars and spent them elsewhere. I used to buy a lot of Doctor Who merchandise. I don't buy Doctor Who merchandise. Well, not many people buy Doctor Who merchandise anymore. Let's just put it that way. I don't buy Doctor Who merchandise anymore. I still own some Doctor Who merchandise, but I don't give them my money any longer. Retroactive continuity. Oh, well, I was right. Wow, I was actually right for once. Holy crap! I was actually right for once, boys and girls. But yeah, I decided to take my money and spend it elsewhere. And so I do things, I spend it on things that I enjoy. And that I still find to be enjoyable, so. That's why when The Expanse came out, I bought some art prints of it. I bought a big print of my, Frazetta print that I really wanted to have. I was like, well gosh, I'm not spending money on this stuff, so now I can buy some other cool things. Because I've always been a nerd, and I've always bought nerdy stuff. But my nerdy stuff that I buy now is different than the nerdy stuff I bought 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah, call the Associated Press. Atheenon was right about one thing. One thing. Well, we're going to go in town and check for some batteries. Some battery! God, Metallica was so good back in the day. Sad to see where they've fallen now. Why does everything... Why is it when you get older, everything just doesn't seem to be as good as it used to be? You look back and you go, God, things were... Metallica was so good back in the day. What the hell happened? What the hell happened to them? But, yeah, I've just chosen to spend my money elsewhere, so... And that's the thing is like you always. That's the thing is as a fan of certain things, and I think that's one thing that. I think that's one thing that a lot of IPs do not realize is that when you have a fan base that loves a certain thing, when you screw with that fan base as a general whole will go elsewhere. There will be some people that stick through it thick and thin, but that general fan base, they're a consumer at the end of the day. They're buying a product that you're selling. And if they no longer like the product you're selling, they're just going to go, okay, well, I can be mad about it for a little while, but after a while, the big thing is, after a while, you just become apathetic about it. And it's like, I just don't care anymore. At this point, there is nothing they could do to bring me back into the Doctor Who fold. I will never buy another Doctor Who thing as long as I live. I just don't care enough anymore. I'll go back and watch my old videotapes of Tom Baker. I'll catch some episodes of David Tennant. And Matt Smith. And Christopher Eccleston every once in a while. I'll go watch my old Sylvester McCoys. My old Colin Bakers. My old Tom Bakers. My Peter Davidsons. I'll watch all those, but I just won't, I won't really, I just, it's not that I won't support the new stuff, I just don't care about it. I don't care enough even to really be that mad about it anymore, so it's like, whatever. I'll take it, you know, and I think that's the thing that a lot of corporations that buy these IPs fail to recognize is that they aren't selling us a necessity. They are selling us a luxury and they're selling us entertainment. If we are not entertained and if we are not interested in it, we will go elsewhere. They aren't selling us something we can't do without. It's not like they're selling us a loaf of bread, or they're selling us clothing, or a staple of life. They're selling us something. They're selling us something that we spend our disposable income on. And if I'm not happy with what I'm spending my disposable income on, I'm going to change what I'm spending it on, and my dollars will just disappear. I mean, that's one reason I like. There's some. That's one reason I like a place like Etsy or some of those places that have like I bought 4, or actually I didn't buy them. My friend bought them for me, but I got 4 Expanse prints off of Etsy that are like watercolor pics of the Expanse. That I really loved the Expanse when it first came out. I really enjoyed the Expanse, and I wanted these 4 watercolor pics. One of them is of Julie Mao in that sort of iconic, her back, like this kind of thing where she's kind of like all sprawled out in space. I got a pic of that, one of Bobby, one of Amos, and one of Captain Drummer. And I love those. They're great. I mean, and Etsy allowed me to buy them from a third party that created them, you know, did their own interpretation of them. Not that I don't want to give the Expanse money. I've given them enough of my money. I've bought a bunch of t-shirts of theirs. But I like that Etsy gives you the opportunity to buy things from a third party that sort of does their own interpretation of it. It's kind of cool. Damn, I can't open this car hood, can I? I bet there's a battery in there too. No, there's not. Okay. Are you not entertained? But see, that's the thing, is that I think a lot of these big companies that are buying IPs, they fail to recognize how fickle fans can be, how protective fans can be, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being protective of a franchise that you've been invested in, whatever that franchise is, for 20, 30 years, and someone comes along and goes, oh, well, that franchise that you were invested in, they were doing it all wrong. And you're like, what? I've been enjoying this franchise for what it is for the last 20, 30 years, and you're now coming along and telling me, no, we know much better to do with it than you do, than what's been done with it so far. We're gonna change it completely. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's okay, I'm good. I'm good. So I just move along. Ah! Give me batteries! Give me batteries! Let's search up the batteries real quick while the storm rages. I can handle being cold. Being cold's no big deal. No! Give me a freaking battery. Give me a freaking battery, game. Figure I'll check the cars while I'm here too, you know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to head to the bridge, but I figured I'd check in town since I'm already here.
So cold.
There's quite a few cars here in town, so. No! No! The game. Oh, I found myself a nice standard fare whole wheat crackers, though. Very nice. Very nice. But I guess the thing that we ultimately have to take is we'll always have our memories, our good memories of Doctor Who, Star Trek, of all those shows that we like, you know. Even if they change them now, they can never erase those memories we have of them. And that's something you gotta hang on to. And you just gotta smile and go, hey, it's all good. They cannot take, you take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take Doctor Who from me. Take me out to the black, tell him I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take Doctor Who from me. God, I wish they'd made more Firefly. I wish they'd made more Firefly. God damn it. Such a missed opportunity. How you doing, Grand Moff Tolkien? How you doing, my friend? How's it going today, bud? I hope you're having a good one. Alright, let's check the gas station out. Maybe there's a car battery here. Probably not, but maybe so. Tolkien, as in Lord of the Rings, yes. I'm doing pretty darn good today. The day has gotten I slept like crap last night, but as the day has progressed, it's gotten better and better and better. So I give it I overall would give it, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Points taken away because I slept like crap, but you know. I know it's a long shot, but we're gonna check the truck. I know it's a super long shot. It's a super duper long shot, but we're gonna do it. How much would a battery would bump it up at least a solid point, if not a 1.5. That's how important a battery is right now. Because I just as much as I want to go repair my guns, I don't see much point going if I can't repair if I can't make more ammo as well. I just don't see doing it. But I may just have to. Yeah, read them books. Read them books. Start with The Hobbit. The Hobbit's the easiest of them to read. Fellowship of the Ring isn't bad. Fellowship of the Ring isn't bad. Two Towers gets a little muddied, but it's not too bad. Return of the King gets a little... Return of the King is good, don't get me wrong. Took me a while to get through it. It's a little bit of a heady book. Doesn't mean they're bad, it just means it's a lot of book to take in. A lot of book to take in. What's that right there? Oh, it's a spray paint can. I don't need a spray paint can. I don't need a spray paint can, please. Take your spray paint and leave it elsewhere, please. I don't want it. Return the... No! I liked how they tied everything up. I liked that it didn't end. I didn't want it to end. I didn't want it to end. I wanted it to keep going. I wanted it to keep going. I saw it in the big screen just a little while ago. Yeah, the Scourging of the Shire, they alluded to that with Galadriel and the with Galadriel and the Scrying Mirror, they alluded to the Scourging of the Shire, but I don't think the Hobbit suffered because it didn't, or the Lord of the Rings suffered because it didn't have it in it. Well, in the books, Rhiney Beef, in the books, Sauron, Saruman did not die on Orthanc. In the books, he actually took his forces and went basically as a revenge move, and went and basically raped the Shire. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Yeah, it didn't end up well for the Shire. The Shire, well, and the timeline in the movie is very, very compressed compared to the timeline in the books as well. In the books, what was it, 30 or was it 40 years passed between Gandalf leaving Frodo with the ring and coming back? And in the movie, it's a matter of mere, like, a week. So the timeline was considerably changed in the movie, which I understand why they did it. As a storyline goes, it makes a lot more sense. But it also, you know, as far as, like, moving the movie along, as far as progressing the movie, the storyline in the books, I think it was 30 or 40 years between the time that Gandalf left the Shire and then he came back, quite a significant amount of time later. And in the movie, it makes it seem like it's a couple weeks, a month, maybe a year. And like I said, I get why they did it, but it doesn't. The timelines definitely move a little bit differently. Is it only 10 years in the books, or is it 10 years in the movie? The 10 years in the books or 10 years in the movie? Seems like a very, very short amount of time in the movie. To me, it seems like a week later he's already back. We have one pot, boys and girls. All right, we don't need the cans anymore because we have a pot. We have 2 pots. We're 2-pot Shakur now. Yes. There's a nasty storm raging outside. There is a tempest in me. There's a tempest in me and it's raging outside. Books. Time from when Gandalf leaves the Shire the first time and returns to identify the ring is 10 years. Oh, okay. It is 10 years. I thought it was longer for some reason. I thought it was longer for some reason. I don't know. 2-pot Shakur. Yes, 2-pot Shakur. Then it's another 6 months before the hobbits can even leave the Shire. Oh, okay. So it was like 10 years and 6 months. Well, significantly longer than in the movie, that's for sure. That is for sure. Or shizzle. Okay, so I got 2 of those. Do I need 2? Oh, I got all these clothing items too. I don't need all those either. Good Lord! I figured since we're dinging around out here, we might as well go up here real quick. Come on, car battery. And believe me, I'm no Tolkien expert, okay? I enjoyed him. I enjoyed the movies. I've enjoyed the books. I could not get through the Silmarillion, ever. There's a whole scene with Fatty Bulger they leave out of the film, as well as a bunch of Tom Bombadil. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff they leave out of the film. Well, Arwen wasn't even I mean, Arwen's not... Arwen did a whole bunch of stuff she didn't do. But I was fine with it. It's like, whatever. Gotta take some artistic license. Yeah, leaving out Tom Bombadil is sad, but Glorfindel? Was Glorfindel the one with the ride who rode Frodo to God, see, my brain has turned to mush already, to the Elven City. Rivendell! Good God! How could I forget the name of Rivendell? Jeez Louise! Oh. God, my brain has just turned to mush. Yes, the Rivendell!
Wait. These are cold.
Glorfindel is like the most badass elf. They haven't shown him in any of the film or show adaptations. Yeah, well, a lot of it, like you said, a lot of it made sense for Hollywood. A lot of the adjustments were made for Hollywood. But sometimes it is what it is with movies and stuff sometimes. So. I can see why they abandoned it for the love story. I like the story between Aragorn and Arwen. I like that. I thought that was a good touch. I may disagree with them license-wise, you know, taking the license to do that, but overall, I don't think it was a bad thing. It was satisfying for the end of the film. In that sense, yes, it was. Dude dies and the Valor resurrect him because he's too awesome. Well, they resurrected him also because they needed another white wizard. They needed another, because at that point Saruman had failed. I mean, Saruman was the sort of the, I don't know what you call him, he was the chief poobah. He was the big poobah wizard. And, oh, Glorfindel. Oh, okay. I was thinking of Gandalf for some reason when you said that. I don't know why. I was thinking of Gandalf. Because wasn't Gandalf resurrected too? Well, I mean, Gandalf, basically the wizards are angels. If you want to put it in some sort of like modern day context, the wizards are basically angels. That's sort of their role in Middle Earth.
I'm getting tired.
The first White Wizard went on to become a White Walker White Walker General in Game of Thrones. The Istari or Mayari. I can never say that right. I can never. God dang you, Tolkien, for making up your own damn languages there. I have a hard enough time speaking English, let alone speaking a language you made up. Jeez Louise. I love you, Tolkien. I love you, man. Maiar. The Maiar, thank you. Like I said, I am no Tolkien scholar. I enjoy it as a fan. I love the movies. I think the thing I loved most about Peter Jackson movies, I think the thing I loved most about them is my best friend, total normie. She doesn't like sci-fi. She doesn't like fantasy. She doesn't like comic books, superhero movies. I love her to death, don't get me wrong. But we have very dissimilar interests in a lot of things. We have a lot of similar interests too, but very dissimilar interests in some entertainment stuff. And the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movies are some of her favorite movies of all time. So if it can bring a normie like her, because she is like the baseline of a normie for something like that. As far as a person who has no idea what any of the stuff's going on, she doesn't know any of the lore, coming into it with a complete, unbiased, clean slate as far as like, show me what it is and I'll see if I like it. and she absolutely loves them. And that's the thing, is like, that's what I value so much about the Peter Jackson movies, is that it was a doorway for her into part of my world that she never really had before. And I really value it for that, because I think, honestly, I think it brought us closer together, because we have that to connect on and stuff. And when our local, when the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, OMSI, downtown here, they, about a month and a half ago, they were showing all the Peter Jackson films on the big screen. Extended edition. Extended edition. And we went and saw them. And it was just like, oh my god, yes! Extended edition. Can we complain about Dune next? Oh, Dune's been maligned over the years so badly. The new Dune movie was okay. The new Dune movie was okay. It wasn't bad. I never was a big Frank Herbert fan anyway, so for me, I'm not that invested in it, so I'm kind of like, meh. I was kind of like, it's okay. I thought the acting was done pretty well. I always liked the concept of Dune. I love the concept of Dune. The thing I loved, I think, most about Dune is the thing that bothers me with a lot of science fiction, is that you have a world where it is well accepted that you have lasers and spaceships and shields for these spaceships, but they never get used on a personal level. Where Dune went, okay, based on how technology has evolved, people would obviously take the shield concept and make it a more personal thing, where they basically become invulnerable to weapons fire, but they're not invulnerable to slow-moving weapons. So because they've become so technologically advanced, or because we as a society have become so technologically advanced, we almost have to revert to using more primitive weapons because of the advancements of our technology. Which I was like, that's a pretty interesting idea. That's pretty freaking cool. The books are far different than the film. Oh, well, the books are, they were way too heady for me. All I know of Dune, Grand Moff, is the movies. Oh, I thought the score was really interesting too. Computers are banned tech. I can believe it. No, I thought the Dune, the whole concept of Dune was very interesting. It got a little Messiah complexy on me, but like, this guy's the Messiah of everything.
I can't feel my hands.
Try taking away my computer, there'd be war. Watched it with the missus, had to pause so many times to explain things. Yeah, it's, I didn't even try to take my friend to see Dune. I knew she wouldn't get it. Taking a person, a movie like Dune is much like a movie like the original Blade Runner. You don't want to take somebody who is not into sci-fi or has some basic understandings of a lot of sci-fi stuff. You don't really want to take them into that environment, because they'll just be like, what the heck am I watching? Don't go see the new Blade Runner. They should have left Blade Runner with the question of the ages being, is he a replicant or is he not? I found a battery. Sorry. I just had a moment there. Blade Runner is not one that you want to take.
Excited because it was Star Wars.
Blade Runner is not one you want to take somebody who's not Blade Runner is a very heady movie. I think the worst thing they ever did to it was make a remake where they actually answer the question whether he's a replicant or not. And by the way, Deckard was never a replicant. Deckard was not a replicant. Period. End of story. And it should always be left up to the person to. It should be left up to everybody to make up their own mind whether he was a replicant or not. What is the battery used for again? The battery is used for making bullet tips. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop inside here real quick. Hey, don't make fun of me. I've been looking for that battery for 60, 70 days. OG Blade Runner is easy to watch because it was done so well. Oh, Rutger Hauer. Oh, mwah. I liked him more than Harrison Ford in that movie. So you have to harvest it. You get sips. You have to use a hacksaw. And then you get 6 scrap metal. Now the scrap metal weighs a lot less than the battery, thank God. But the scrap metal breaks down. I believe you get 6. I think it's 6 bullet tips out of each scrap metal. Yes, you get 6 bullets per scrap metal. So you basically get 36 bullets for 1 battery. And then of course you have to have the gunpowder, and then to make the rifle cartridges, you have to have the bullet tip, the rifle shell casing, the gunpowder, the ammunition workbench, blah blah blah. So now we have metal. We have to take that to Bleak Inlet or to Black Rock to make something out of it. Loved RH. I don't know what RH is. What's RH? The OG Blade Runner, I didn't find it hard to watch, but I can see why people would find it hard to watch. It is kind of a heady movie. It is a little bit of a heady movie. It goes a little deep into a lot of things. Don't get me wrong, I love the original Blade Runner. Oh, Rutger Hauer. Oh, he was awesome. Did you ever see Lady Hawk? Oh, that was such a good movie. That actually had Rutger Hauer as well as oh, what was his name? Was it Matthew Broderick? No, was it Matthew Broderick who was in that with him? Yes, it was. Okay. Oh, that was such a great movie. Hey, Cridle, how you doing? Hello, hello. That was such a great movie. Oh, we found the battery! Battery! Okay, anyway. Or we could go, battery! 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 Well, hello, Krytor. And these matches, boys and girls, these are always here. MC, have a great rest of your night. Have fun playing some video games. All right. Well, we found that battery. That's what we've been searching. I'm praying we maybe can find a second battery here. We, of course, will have to pop our head into Hush River Valley. We gotta pop our head in. We gotta say hi. We gotta stay a day or two there. But I'm hoping that we find another car battery in this zone. It would be awesome if we did. I don't think we will. I think we got extremely lucky. I'm gonna store my scrap metal here. I'm gonna store my scrap lead here. Store those and my dusting sulfur. Store some of that stuff here. Store my hides, my guts. 1 piece of my leather here. Throw that newsprint. Oh, I got a Frontier shooting guide. I didn't even realize it when I picked it up because I usually just ignore those. Well, we got 5 stems now. That's freaking awesome. Let's see. I'm gonna store my secondary. That I'm gonna store a couple of those. Store some of the lantern fluid. Store a pry bar here. All right, we're slimming down, boys and girls. We're slimming down. All right. Did you already hit Coastal Highway? I hit the ravine, which I guess counts as Coastal Highway, but I haven't hit Coastal Highway for batteries yet. No. Posted that clip in your Discord. Oh, where I was squealing like a little. Oh! 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 Okay. All right. All right. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I can handle. Oh, can we put the gun on the stove? No, it doesn't go on the stove. We found the Grey Mother's gun, boys and girls. Oh, the Grey Mother was good to us. She was kind. She was a kind and wise woman. Batteries. The batteries are for making bullet tips. So basically, you have to take a battery cradle. You have to break it down with your hacksaw. You get 6 scrap lead out of it. You take the scrap lead to the oh, there's a gun place here. How do you put it up there though? Oh, I think you have to have it down on the ground. I think you have to take it like this. Oh shoot, I did it wrong. So you have to take the scrap lead to Bleak Inlet, or to Black Rock Prison. You have to take the scrap lead there. At the little forge thing there, you can forge it into bullet tips. You can then take those bullet tips, combine them with casings and gunpowder, and make all new bullets with them. Thank you, House. That is so true. There's a gun rack there. We totally freaking used it. We totally freaking used it. And so I want to go to Black Rock, or probably we're gonna go to Bleak Inlet first. But I wanted to go there, but I didn't want to go there before I found a car battery or two. I was able to actually take some you know, lead with me so we can at least craft up some bullets. So basically, out of 1 car battery, you can get 36 new bullets. Whether they be revolver or rifle is up to you, depending on what your desires are. But you can get 36 bullets out of a single battery when it's all said and done. I have been policing my brass. Look at me. I've got brass all over. I got 30 revolver. I got 5 rifle shells. I got more sitting back in the Carter Hydro Dam. Let's see if there's anything behind the cloth. Can I get up here? Ooh, I got some accelerant behind the cloth. I just didn't want to break the cloth down. I was lazy. I was like, I'm just going to scamper up there. I don't want to break it down. Sweatshirt, don't care. Sweatshirt, don't care. Yes, so there is now a thing useful for car batteries. Yes. Oh, well, no. Gameslift and I, for a long time, House. Gameslift and I totally... I am still of the opinion that car batteries do keep the aliens away. Because honestly, as long as I've been putting car batteries on top of cars in this game, I have never, ever been abducted by an alien. Never happened. It never happened. So, I still believe that to this day. Alright. We need to go to a cave. Because we have a cabin fever risk coming on. Oh. I thought I had a cabin fever risk. What the heck happened? That's weird. Oh, I was hoping for a twofer. Gotta make a lead foil. Ooh, some free matches. Nice. Nice. I haven't even searched the rest of town yet. Guess I could jump in here real quick, just search this up just for the sake of argument. Battery, battery. I need some battery, battery. You got your tinfoil hat on already, House? Nice. Hey, tinfoil hats. People joke about them a lot, but they work. That one's all boarded up. I say we check out the old Milton Credit Union. And yes, I am going to use my lantern because there's lots of bullets that lay around. I'm not used to looking for bullets. So is it RNG to find a usable car or truck battery? Yes, it is. Complete RNG. I would say probably on an Interloper file, there's less than 6 in the game. Scattered throughout the world. I don't know for sure. We're probably going to find out this game because I'm going to check every freaking car in this entire game to get car batteries. So I'm going to be checking every car that I can possibly check in the game. So we're sort of on an exploratory mission this run, to see if we can find ourselves some car batteries. Oh, there's a briefcase down there. I never noticed that. And it's empty. Big shocker. Big shocker-do. Just making sure I'm not missing any bullet casings anywhere. Sometimes they hide under there. Sometimes people like to load a gun while they're on the toilet. I don't know why. But yeah, the RNG to find them is weird. You use a hacksaw. Takes a hacksaw to chop them up. Now, don't ask me what happens to the battery acid that's inside of them. I do not know. I don't know. I'm not finding it. Coffee? Yes, we got the coffee. Woo, go coffee. How much scrap metal you get for cut? How much scrap metal do you get for cutting up pry bar? Oh, you get 2. I'm sorry, 2. You get 2 scrap metal for breaking down a pry bar. Sorry about that. I misread the question. Do I have a mag lens? Yes, I do have a mag. I actually have 2 mag lenses. I actually have dos mag lens. 37's our first number. 36. And then about 29. Okay, 36, 31. Now it's probably going to be on the opposite side of the thing. They always do that. They put 2 numbers close together, then the last one's way far away. Ooh!
This stuff will come in handy.
I don't like the money. I don't want the money. I want the gunpowder though. Give me the gunpowder, baby, every day of the week. That's 2 cans of gunpowder we now have. 2! I think that's more than we'll ever need, too. I actually like the quest in the chapter. I like the quest to find all the keys to the security boxes. I thought that would have been a cool addition to Milton as a
Come in handy.
as a zone, is if some of these safety deposit boxes would have cool stuff in them, and you would have to find random keys in random locations hidden around the map. I thought that would be kind of a cool thing. It'd be like, okay, these safety deposit boxes have some really cool stuff in them, but you have to go find the keys. I was like, I was thinking, I hope they bring that to survival mode. That would be really, really super cool. And they didn't. And they didn't. Would it suck to find $1 million when you're stranded in the wild that you have to burn it to survive? Yes, that would totally suck. What? I'm just walking here with my gun. No need for you to be scared. Yeah, there are some things I wish they'd brought in from story mode. The poison gas not being one of them. The poison gas they could have just let right out. I would have been totally oakley dokley with that. I was hoping they'd bring the steam tunnel puzzle in. I was hoping they'd bring that whole puzzle in where you had to figure out how to get the steam vents to work. I thought that would have been kind of cool. An electronic safe that could be opened during an aurora. That would be neat. I didn't mind the steam tunnel puzzle. Because it was just a puzzle. It was like, okay, I need to figure out how to get through here. How to turn the certain valves to get certain things defrosted. I didn't mind that one. But what they bring into survival mode? Poison gas. Inside is Brotherhood of Steel armor. So yeah, there's some things I wish they'd brought in from story mode. But now that the two are kind of separated, there's stuff we'll never probably see. A lot of stuff we won't see. Now they which gives them the freedom though to add stuff to it gives them the freedom to add things into survival mode and not to have to worry about it like ruining story mode or something, you know. Hello, Wolfie, my old friend. I need to eat some food again. If you would die right by this rock, I could make a fire right here. I don't know if I can make a Meglin's fire, though. Nope. But I can start it with a book and a match for 100%. Ugh. I hope somewhere down the road they add in more late game stuff for us. Like some quests that would pop, not quests so much, but as maybe some long-term objectives or something that they could add in down the road. Or like after you're around for so many days, maybe something opens up for you, or I don't know. Well, to be honest, Grand Moff, in one sense, it's frustrating that they don't listen to what we want more. But in another sense, I appreciate that they have their own vision and they're not persuaded by the noisy people. Because a lot of companies get persuaded by a very small minority of noisy people sometimes and do things that the majority don't, you know, that the majority of people don't want, and also it goes away from the original vision of a certain thing. So in a sense, I mean, I understand the frustration, and there are things I'm like, God, I wish they'd just do this. But in one sense, I'm kind of glad that they've kind of kept pure to their own vision and been like, we'll consider and look at things you want us to do, but we aren't necessarily going to change things just to fit what you want in the game. Like, multiplayer is a good example of that. I know, I can guarantee you that people for years have badgered them about making their game multiplayer. To the point where Raph has basically come out and said, multiplayer is not a thing I will ever do. Oh, yeah. Oh, Rhiney Beef, we've talked about that before, too. And I think maybe you were in chat when we were talking about it. Maybe you brought it up. But yes, that's a great... I would love the Christmas idea like that. Where during an Aurora, there would be certain trees that would light up that would have prezzies under them, but you'd have to go out during an aurora to find them. And also during aurora, the moose and the deer would still be out, and they would all have like red noses and Christmas lights wrapped around their antlers, and all the houses would be decorated and would light up during an aurora. That'd be so cool. I hope we don't just get 4 days of night again. If we do get 4 days of night, by God, they better put a revolver in the game, or I will be pissed. And yes, I will truly be pissed if they don't put a revolver in 4 days of night. Oh, I think it's the logical thing for them to do, since Darkwalker is now a actual challenge in the game. I think 4 days of night will probably return in some way, shape, or form. It's kind of the logical step for them to take. Darkwalker was interesting, but I personally liked 4 days of night, except for the fourth night. I want them to rework the fourth night. Because during the fourth night, basically, it's just a blizzard all the time. For the fourth night, to get the achievement, I just logged in, did a couple things, played my game for an hour, and then just went, okay, well, I'm done now. It didn't encourage me to keep playing, I guess. Because it's a 24-hour blizzard, basically. It's a blizzard the entire last night of 4 days of night. Which I was just kind of like, okay, that really doesn't... It's not very exciting. I would just rather them have another night of an aurora. Because during 4 days of night, the first day that it's live, everything's passive. You can explore, you can gather resources, you can gather ammo. It's basically a move mode of gameplay. Find the food, find the ammo, find the weapons. Because on the second night of 4 days of night, the wolves come out. And the bears, and all the other pesky little critters. And so now you have to defend yourself. And you also want to find the pumpkins because they have really good stuff at them. Now, during the third night of 4 days of night, it's a whole night of an aurora. So now it's an aurora the entire 24-hour period in real life that third day takes place. But then on the fourth day, it's a blizzard. I know what they were going for. They were basically saying, hey, by this fourth day, you need to have all your stuff gathered and be ready to go. But it's like, boring. Boring. It just, during a blizzard, there's not much you can do. And especially for people who were either late or they died and they had to restart, because it is permadeath as well. So for people who died or were late to the party and didn't get in on the first or second day, now they're dealing with 24-hour aurora or a 24-hour blizzard, which makes them go, I don't really want to play this. So. And to get the achievement, you had to play, I believe, for 1 hour every day of 4 days of night to get the achievement. I think that's what the achievement was. Play 1 hour of all 4 days of 4 days of night. And so the fourth day of night, I got on, I ate my food, I sat there and did a few things, and got my achievement and went, okay, I'm done with this. Okay, I'm good now. I've got my achievement. I don't need to do anything else. So. Yeah, I think I was in a cave or something. Yeah, I was just in a cave dinking around. But isn't there like 14 hours of daylight in a normal game? I think there's about 14 hours, yeah. Yeah, I think there's about 14 hours of daylight that you could actually craft and do other stuff in. Hey, another storm lantern, that's always nice. Well, if you include when the sun's going down, that's like another hour and a half. Because technically, from the moment the sun comes up, let's see, where can I from the moment the sun's little pips clear this, you can start crafting. You can craft until the sun is completely gone, though. So not only do you have this time at the beginning of the day, but then at the end of the day, you have another half a sun before you can't do stuff anymore. So it technically has about 14 days. 14 hours, I mean. But yeah, during 4 days of night, it's nighttime all the time. It's nighttime 24/7. Yeah, in 4 days a night, it's nighttime the entire time. No sunlight at all. Although you are allowed, in 4 days of night, you are allowed to craft, read, and mend items inside when it's dark. They did lift the restriction on that in 4 days of night. So you can do those activities even though it's technically dark still. Oh, I forgot I have wolf meat on me. I was like, why am I so heavy? Oh, I got 4 kilos of wolf meat on me. Tee-hee. Wow, look at the time, boys and girls. Look at the time. Ooh, we had 4 pieces of meat on us. Nice. Bippity bop. Alright, there we go. It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. Well, actually, I was going to play some Icarus tonight, and I am feeling really super tired. So I think I'm actually going to bail on the second half of my stream tonight, and I'm really sorry about that. I know there were people here who probably were wanting me to play some Icarus, but I'm going to bail on that. We'll do that on Thursday. I did not get to sleep till almost 2 a.m. last night. I slept like crap the rest of the time. And so I think I'm going to call it good here. We did a lot of good stuff. We got our Moosehide Satchel made. We got out of Broken Railroad. We're into Milton. We found a battery. We found another gun. We're going to head over to the bridge next time and check out the bridge. See if we can get the battery from the bridge and stuff. But, yeah, usually at this point I just switch over and play some